I've got the page pulled up.
Do you?
Got a notification.
What, are you gonna say something? Because we're
Oh,
live.
cool.
Are
I
you
was
gonna
just
say something? No.
listen.
This is the silence.
I need a cue, okay, but that's fine. Welcome to the live. And if you're watching this pre-recorded, welcome to that too. We're just bullshitting today. We got a special guest here, Deranged Maniac Nation. If you're here watching, your boy's
Not that
here.
special.
We're hanging out and bullshitting with him. What?
Not that special.
He doesn't have a nation, bro.
I go out of all this
I am the
energy,
nation, my guy.
go all this energy to fucking hype you up, and immediately you're like, nah, it's cool, man.
That's what I'm here for, man. I shut this shit down. I'm the party pooper of the group. Let's go.
Get it?
It's our most famous listener, man. I gotta hype you up, dude.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, let me get my mic situated here. What the fuck? Acid Grady or Ace Grady. Hey, see the comments. What's up?
Hey, Troy's here and he's in the chat.
I know.
I know.
Double
I'm
time.
everywhere, baby.
It's like
Talk
some
about that.
Inception shit.
Let me pull your chat. and
Pull my chat.
And then it'll be amazing.
Amazingness.
Amazingness. I love it. So, what is it? Wednesday?
Yep.
How has the streaming life been, D? Because I know me and Cody kind of stepped away from it a little bit and really been doing this. So, how's that life been going on?
You know, it's kind of been weird lately. I've been kind of taking a step back more, and I kind of reevaluated myself because I've noticed tendencies that I wasn't enjoying what I was doing anymore. So I kind of took a step back, and now I'm doing things like I don't stream if I don't feel like it, and like I'll take like time. Like for instance, 2 days ago, I spent literally 2 days just binge watching anime, and I'm giving myself the time to revisit things that I enjoy and go back to streaming where it's actually fun. It's not just like a chore, or it's
Yeah.
not just it's so it would stay a hobby. So, you know, I guess streaming's good, altogether. Streaming's good.
Streaming's good. Just doing less of it.
It's a grind though. That's for sure. It's probably one of the biggest grinds I've probably done, especially something I've wanted to do for a lot of years.
Yeah. No, I mean, it is a grind. And real quick, because I had someone comment on what I said. Ace Grady, yeah. Do you remember me from Omegle? I saw you and subbed. Yeah, I do. I don't remember everyone's name and face, but if I talk to you on there, thank you. Appreciate that you're fucking here hanging out, man.
Ace, you're special to us.
Yes, Ace. Welcome to the fam. Yeah, no, I understand that, man. I mean, the grind and everything, and it's funny. We kind of we might as well get into it because we talked about it a little bit before we went live here. But I know when you just said you were diving into things, like anime and different stuff like that. We've talked about this. I've recently started doing that. I said it on a previous episode, so I understand taking a step back away from things and just going back into interests. Yeah,
absolutely.
Good animes that you've been getting into. That's what I'm curious about.
Good animes. All right.
That's what I need.
I can go through that. All right, so
give me like a top 3.
A top 3?
Yeah.
I just finished Tokyo Ghoul yesterday, and honestly, that's probably in my number 3 spot. Number 2 would probably be Naruto, which Cody's probably very aware of. And number 1 is probably Attack on Titan. Just for the fact that the way Attack on Titan was written and the visuals of it is absolutely insane. It's probably by far one of the most mind-bending animes you'll actually ever watch.
Yeah.
In my honest opinion.
Yeah, I mean the animation on it looks fantastic. It's one that I have not gotten into whatsoever.
It's a great show. I will say it will make you think a lot. There's a lot of shadowing in the entire anime. So basically they put little seeds out for you throughout the entire, like basically from the very first episode to like the current, they will throw seeds at you and basically they unravel and let it grow as you progress throughout the anime series. Is pretty actually cool to watch.
Well, good, because I need something to watch that has better writing. It's not so just like standard. Like I need something that's got flow and actually.
And not these.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's nothing standard about Domestic Girlfriend, bro.
Listen. There isn't nothing standard about that. All right, it's original. I like original pieces. Okay, don't judge me for like watching dumpster fire shit.
Hey, fair enough.
No
Each
judgment.
their own.
No, it's all right. I love judgment. It's like what I feed off of. And like most people, they're like, "Oh, I feed on people being like negative because it pushes me to be harder." I feed off people's like encouragement. Like the more people like roast me and like talk about how weird the shit is, it's like you're just giving me power, dude. Like it makes me laugh and feel so good. It's like, unfortunately, I don't know how much you guys know of Norm Macdonald, the comedian that just passed.
Yep.
Well,
A little bit.
he was kind of like that, and that's I was watching a lot of shit and listening to a lot of podcasters, comedians talk about his passing and how they were talking about how he loved and just fed off of doing the exact opposite of what anyone wanted, and just not giving a shit because that's what made him happy and like making people uncomfortable. So when people like try to do that for me, like this is great. This is great. So when Cody or Nick are usually giving me shit, I'm like, yes, good. Do that Emperor Palpatine in the inside. It's the best. Ace Grady, you guys watch My Hero Academia? I have not seen that yet. Have either of you like seen or watched any of it?
No, bro. If it ain't Dragon Ball Z, I don't watch it.
I actually, that's probably one of my next. I'm between two animes that start next. It's either Black Clover or My Hero Academia.
Okay.
I'm not too sure which one I want to start. I may look at the mangas, or I may just kind of look at the trailers and see what one kind of appeals to me a little bit more. I was gonna say, between you two, obviously, Cody, you just said Dragon Ball Z. I mean, have you ever watched any other thing else besides that, or is that Dragon Ball
Yu
Z
Yu
kind of
Hakusho, bro, but it didn't last.
It's a classic though.
I'm old, man. You gotta remember, I'm old.
Hey, I get
New
it.
stuff I don't watch.
We're the same age, so you can't use that excuse.
Yeah, but you're like super into anime.
New stuff
I'm
looks
not.
good though. There's a pretty
Star
colors
Wars
and stuff.
Visions, I'll watch that. I think it started today.
Yeah, it did.
Did it start today?
Yeah.
They released all of them. All of them are out all at once.
Oh,
my
shit.
dad's watching them upstairs right now. He was like, "You want to watch it?" I'm like, "Got to do a show, so just go ahead. It's fine." He like looked for my approval. He's like, "You okay if I watch it without you?" I'm like, "Yes, go."
Where can you watch that at?
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. Oh, all right. Whose Disney Plus can I use? I mean, I don't have it. I know everyone jumped on that bandwagon. I just haven't jumped on it yet.
Yeah, I mean, my parents have Disney Plus. It's the only reason I have it. Otherwise, I'd pay for it myself. But I obviously am here, so it makes that easier. But I need to burn through it. I'll probably burn through it tomorrow because it's actually a day off for me, like today. So I'm gonna burn through all of them because I think they were like, my dad was saying they're like 15 minutes a piece when he looked through them all.
That's a typical anime. I mean, if it's a typical anime, the intros, let's say the intros are 5 minutes. The intro theme song is normally about like 4 to 5 minutes.
Yep.
Then the outro is about 4 to 5 minutes. So you lose 10 minutes between the intro and outro. So yeah, you only get like 15 minutes of actual source material to go off of.
Depending on the show, if it's actually
pretty much. Every anime I've watched is pretty much that same layout. It's weird to see the difference in culture on what they kind of hover towards more between like the very musical side, because I don't know about you, but like in the anime culture, music is very, very impactful. I mean,
it is
like just like I said, I just finished Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul's theme song is probably it's so damn good. 2, it has to be by far the most used sound on TikTok this year. You hear it everywhere. And most people that don't even watch anime probably don't even realize they have heard that theme song so many times.
I guarantee Cody's
I'm
heard
probably
it
in that
times.
boat. I'm probably in that boat.
You probably have no idea what it is, because I was the same way. I never watched it. I knew about it later as I was kind of started watching the TikTok videos, because I jumped on TikTok way late in the game.
Yeah.
Which is bad to say as a content creator standpoint. But yeah.
Showing your hand there.
I mean, a little off track. That's the one hard part about one thing that people don't realize about content creation is not the grind on stream, is the grind off stream that's really hard.
Yeah.
The fact that you have to hammer Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, you have to hammer all these social medias, keep them up. I mean, there's a reason why most people don't make it and content creation is because they don't have the drive. And admittedly, if I'm gonna be honest, I'm one of those people because you don't have that much time in your day or that much drive to. I mean, what TikTok is algorithm? Let's say we'll just put a TikTok aside. TikTok's algorithm, you should post at least 2 videos a day. YouTube is at least one time a day,
Yep.
1 video a day. Break that down. That's a lot of editing and a lot of material you have to collect on a daily basis. That's not including Instagram, Twitter. So it's a grind. And not a lot of people have that drive or imagination to create content because you have to envision a lot of sources that you're gonna go for. And that's where
Yep.
like sorry.
No, you're good.
That's
Keep
where
going,
like
bro.
for instance that's for instance like Ludwig. Ludwig is probably the fastest growing YouTube/streamer on Twitch and YouTube. He has envisioned a completely different dynamic on how to create content, whereas he purposely makes his streams for the concept of his YouTube videos. That's all he does not stream without no purpose. He streams for one purpose and is to create YouTube videos or TikToks or Instagrams. It's always a purpose. And that's where people don't have that mindset. It's very hard to do.
It's a smart plan, honestly, when you think about it, because it's one thing to play off, people who play offline and then edit a video to throw it up on YouTube so that it can be created into content. But you add so much more into the variables of playing online and streaming it, because then you're interacting with people watching you. You've got something to riff off of. Funny moments happen that you couldn't create by yourself unless you had it, in a live setting. So honestly, that's ingenious to only stream just to basically produce YouTube videos. It's pretty ingenious. I honestly didn't think of it like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I quit streaming, because it started being like work instead of like just having fun and gaming.
It absolutely becomes like work, and your hobby of just turn the PS4 on or turn on the Xbox and just gaming with the boys becomes a task.
Yeah. It's not fun
It
anymore.
does become a job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I remember when I first started really gaming with again with like Cody and everyone back in Ohio where I was living at the time. That was back in what was that? Was that Black Ops?
Yeah.
For,
Black Ops
yeah,
4.
It was Black Ops 4, and I remember we were playing multiplayer matches till late as fuck at night, having drinks, just having a good time, like just every single night. And then that was like right before we started creeping into me and Cody talking about like, let's stream, let's figure this out. Like, you gonna do it? If you do it, I'll do it. Let's do this, just for fun, whatever. And it was like fun at first, and it still continued to be fun. But the more that I know me and him talked about it now and then going into like later on, it got tiresome. It really does.
Oh. Yeah.
And it shows you why, even in such like, using an analogy, like, whoever's in office of presidency for the United States, they don't handle 90% of the time their social medias and all the stuff that's being handled.
Right.
Like, there's a team handling that, and it's like, you almost feel like you need that at some points, even to like feel that you're just like not bogged down by it to where it feels like work, where you could just focus on that. Everyone else takes care of the rest. When you're doing it all by yourself, like you or, Perp or any of the other people that we know, it becomes a fucking not even 9 to 5. Like, it's a 24/7 thing.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
24/7.
And that's where people don't see, like, I'm gonna use Tim the Tab Man because I've been kind of vibing off him the last couple of months. Tim the Tab Man, just got signed to YouTube, got signed to an org just this week.
Yep.
He pumps out so much content, but what people don't realize, he literally has an entire team that pumps out all his content. And you'll be able to hear him multiple times if you watch a stream, like at any a normal or a longer length of time. You can hear him say, "All right, team, I want you to edit this down and send it out right now, or I want you to clip it and send it."
Yeah, he'll call on Whips a lot for shit.
Yep, Whips is the top dog.
Yeah. Yeah, man. If you don't have that, it gets tiresome. That's why I know me and you have talked about it before, just like not enjoying gaming anymore. It's like not what I wanted. So I honestly would rather like start up a stream and just talk to people. So that's why me and Adam kind of put more of the focus into podcasting. This is honestly way more enjoyable than trying to make sure I play good, because I don't fucking play good 90% of the time. So
Well, yeah, and
I just have fun, man.
people have the wrong imagination of what all streamers are. I mean, a vast majority of people think streamers are, the best of the best, and they are going to slay out every single game. They are going to get every single victory. They are going to get every achievement in the game. That's I'll say that's 10% of streamers are the
Yeah.
sweatiest players ever.
And they're
The
usually the top
90%,
guys.
the 90% are casuals. I'll say, a good percentage of that is guys that, they are above average. They understand the fundamentals of the game. They can slay away of whatever game of choice they want, but they are not the best of the best. And that's where it's hard to distinguish yourself, because I have teeter-tottered on that side of trying to be that sweat and the other side of trying to have a personality. There's so many bad players that are streamers that have such strong personalities that no one cares about their gameplay.
No.
Half time you're there just for their personality or the shit they say. And that's the hard part, just distinguish yourself and know where you lie in that, boundary. And,
Yeah.
I mean, you could use a great example, even though he is good a good chunk of the time. Hitman on Facebook.
And that's one of the guys I was thinking of.
Yeah, that's exactly what popped into my head. Like when you don't, I could give a shit what he does in the game. I'm literally there for him. Like he could be playing Candy Crush. I'm there to watch it. Like I'm there because it's just like that, like even when I know me, when we come over and watch you, like you play good, but you're also like entertaining to watch, with especially the TikToks and all that. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I ain't sitting.
This, right?
Listen, I ain't sitting here jerking your dick. All right, this is 100% real.
No,
all right.
No, that's the thing too. Like people don't realize, like Hitman's actually really fucking good at Call of Duty. But like people who hop in his chat when he's just doing his thing, like, oh, you suck, you're terrible, not realizing he's not playing with any headphones. He's literally just creating content, just being funny, and diving into his character that he's created.
Oh, absolutely. And there's another to tie in that stigma of all streamers have to be the best of the best. The one funniest thing I will always find is where let's say we're going to go back on the TikTok side of things. If I post a TikTok and it's an insane play, 9 out of 10 times I will get a comment every single video. Oh, you're a streamer, you get bot lobbies.
Yeah.
I have, you think a guy that has, less than double digits CCV gets bot lobbies? Okay, guy. Okay.
Yeah.
I if that's true, then I think anyone that streams on a PS4 to Twitch must be only getting bot lobbies then, because it's not that hard to be a streamer.
Yeah, I mean, people are just asinine 90% of the time, especially online. But yeah, man. I mean, being authentic is a big thing of streaming. I see a lot of there's a lot of people we know personally that, like, I don't care if you got like a 3 or 4 KD, you're never gonna make it if you're just gonna be that guy. I don't know how to say this. If you're just gonna be that guy who just cares about gameplay, just cares about being a sweat, but you're playing with guys who are just kind of like above average casual players, the vibes just aren't going to be there. I mean, like Tim the Tatman and Doc are like a great example of they're probably like gameplay wise maybe slightly better than you when it comes to like actually like gameplay and gunfighting, but their chemistry is just fucking beyond, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I think there's some streamers out there that just don't realize that like the vibes are really what people are there for. They're there to have a good time, feel included. Like when Tim's freaking out at the game, people are like, yeah, I hate this fucking game too. Like, you know what I mean? It's not just like sweaty gameplay after sweaty gameplay. Oh, I made the wrong rotation. I mean, some people watch for that to learn, but me personally, I want to laugh.
Yeah, absolutely. To be honest, it's weird to say. A lot of times when I watch content creators, there's a reason why I stay away from the sweats. I hardly ever watch anyone let's say that's considered a sweat streamer, because I can't take any. I can take very little notes from another streamer, and that's one thing that a lot of people ask me. What can I do to become a better streamer? Watch other streamers.
Yeah.
Take notes of what they're doing and what they're doing right. Why are they getting more attraction to their page than you?
Then
And a lot of times,
I think this is important to add to that though. You need to watch your own stream.
yes, 100%, absolutely.
I do that shit with this show. I literally listen to every episode, whether I'm a part of it or not, whether it's the guys doing their sports thing or this. I will listen 4 or 5 times per episode, no matter how long it is, if it's an hour one or 15 minutes, listening to differences that I can make, changes I can make, what I thought sounded good, what sounded trash. Like I don't care how many times I've heard it. I will literally dissect the shit out of it to make sure. So the next one we do, I can either come with points or changes or have an idea. Like you have to do that no matter what. Like you've got to look at your own stuff on top of other people so that you can make yourself better. It's literally the old thing of look within before you look outward. You have to find out here before you can figure it out there. You got to do both. One or the other.
That was deep, bro.
Super deep. Super deep. Look within, my son, before you look out into the world. Everything the light touches.
Sounds like some Kung Fu Panda shit, bro.
Yeah, kind of, actually.
Oh, real quick. I know we're still going to keep talking about this, but I want to get to this guy's question, Ace over here in the comments. What games do you guys play? Since we're talking about streaming. So what do you play for streaming? Or I should say, what did we all play for streaming? But what do you actually enjoy playing that you wish you could stream, but knows you think it wouldn't be like something someone want to watch? Because I know that's a struggle with a lot of people. It's a struggle with me. There's tons of things I want to play, but I always like second guess myself on people if they even give a shit to watch it. But it shouldn't matter because you should stream what you want to do. So what do you do mainstream, and what would you love to stream for both of you?
Oh, that's a good question. It's hard to say right now because where we're sitting at for gaming, in my honest opinion, there's really not anything good.
Shit.
Yeah.
I mean, there have been a lot of games. So for the ones that are in your chat that may not know, I stream on Facebook Gaming. Facebook Gaming has a very limited amount of eyes compared to Twitch. So I can't just pull up any random game and like let's say I can't pull up a game that's 4 years old and play it and expect to grow off of it.
Nope.
There's no eyes on it,
which is tough.
and no one will find you that way. So I had to play the most current games, and that's why a lot of people say, "Oh, why don't you play some game that's I'm trying to think of a game that someone had suggested me not too long ago. Whatever, someone just suggested a game that was like 4 years old. Like I said, I looked it up, 2 viewers in the whole entire category
on Twitch,
like
or
no
on Facebook.
On
Facebook. Sorry,
yeah.
Default
On Twitch, there was a few. Like there was I think there was 500.
Yeah, but that's that for Twitch. That's literally what you'd get for Facebook Gaming. The numbers equal out for the amount of people. So that sounds about right.
Yeah. So, I guess there's really no games at this state where I rather play. Everything is becoming mediocre, and that's just I think in total of the gaming culture and the where we're coming to making gaming mainstream is just a pot. Everyone's just pocketing money.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, it's pretty much Call of Duty and Apex, but I wish I could honestly, I wish by the time the new Star Wars KOTOR comes out that I could get back into streaming and just stream the shit out of that.
That's going to be
try
huge.
Not to care about anything going on with the actual stream and just get lost in the Star Wars world and just fan out about Star Wars.
Right.
That's what it's about when you get down to it, is gaming and getting lost in that world. Like fucking Spider-Man game for the PlayStation. It's a fucking awesome game. People streamed it for 2 days, didn't get viewers, went right back to Warzone, But that game did not get the streaming that it deserved because that game was fucking gorgeous.
Oh, it was insane.
Yeah, I never played it, but it's a cinematic masterpiece. Just a while, I watched a video because I know I wasn't going to get a PS5 anytime soon, and I've already sold my PS4, so I don't have a chance to buy it. But I literally watched a video where they cut all the cutscenes together, so it was like watching one long movie, and I was like, oh my god, I would love to see this relived in actual a real actor type movie. Like this
Yeah.
would be fantastic. And you watch stuff like that, and those are the things that I hate when it comes to gaming now. Like even when you watch TikToks these days, where you see those TikToks where obviously they're doing the whole shtick or the bit that everyone's doing, so everyone copies it, where they're like, if you play these games, you're not a real gamer. And it's like, shut the fuck up. And I know a lot of these people that are doing it are young, so it's like that's the thing. I know when I was young, I did the same thing. Oh, you play that? Well, you're fucking ass. You're not a gamer because you play Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Fuck you. That's not a game. It's like, no, it's a dumb kids game, but it's a game, so you're a gamer by definition. Just because it's not like the top thing. And I hate to quote South Park there when you got Butters doing that and they're doing World of Warcraft and he's like, oh, I play Hello Kitty Island Adventure. It's like, no, that's not the same thing, but it is. And it sucks that that's where we've gotten. Like streaming, as good as it is and as great as the content and the people we get to meet and the people we get to watch and the interactions that communities have and everything, that's great, but it is poison gaming to a degree because there's, like, I was telling Cody and Nick about this the other day when we were doing another episode. I just dove back into, I got the Legendary Edition of Mass Effect, the remasters of the first 3 games. I loved those games when they came out. Those games, the original was 14 years ago. Like, it's been a minute since, we've had that series. And I was like, maybe I should stream this. But I was like, I don't want to stream it because then I got to focus outside of the game. I just want to focus on the game because it's so good. Like, I don't worry about nothing else, and then that's when I started realizing, like, certain stuff I'll probably stream just to stream if someone wants to hang out and watch me play it, but I'm going to be engrossed in the game. I'm not going to sit there and be trying to make a full community out of it. If you want to come enjoy it with me, cool. And I think that's where I'm going to start going, like Cody said, with KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic remaster they're coming out with. That's going to be a good hangout. And if you want to bullshit with me about playing, cool. If not, I'm in my own world right now, just having a good time. That's all I want to do. And I will sit here and talk about it because that's what I love. And if you want to hang with me, cool. If not, fuck off. I'm here for the game. It's like, just that's all it is, plain and simple. And I like people like Hitman and Dr. Disrespect. Yes, they put some work and some effort and stuff like that, into it. But at the end of the day, I can tell they're having fun. Like Deranged. Do you feel that when you're doing it, like 100% honesty, do you feel that you're having fun, or do you feel some days you put more effort into being, I don't want to say extra, but you know what I mean? Or, like that, like, do you feel some days you're just being you and some days you're like, oh, I gotta like give it a little bit more, or and you realize like I shouldn't do that, or you know what I'm getting at, right?
I think when you do this long enough, so I've been streaming for 2+ years. I definitely changed my personality for streaming. That's 100%. Because for the most part, I mean, besides Cody's always funny.
That is true. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, no real gamer is fun to watch if you don't boost your personality, because like I said, you are going to be that kid that literally just sits in front of his monitor drooling in front of his keyboard or his controller. No one wants to watch that. And
the headshot. Did you see the headshot?
I've been seeing a lot of big content creators that do that, and it makes me curious on what draws people to that. Which there's no flack to anyone that is that content creator, but
call them out.
Definitely have to. All right, let me
I
grab
want
my
names.
list, boys. Let me grab my list. No, but yeah, no, I definitely have to perk up my personality, and I have to hype myself up. I mean, the day, especially solos. So there's a lot of times. So I play, because I never really fully answered. I play Call of Duty Warzone, like pretty much 90% of other streamers.
Yeah.
If I play solos, which is a good amount of time, I will have to overhype myself. I had to be over energetic, and sometimes it's hard. Sometimes, I just say stupid stuff, and a lot of my chat knows that. I throw it out there. But yeah, you just have to try to entertain, and it becomes a production, and you are the only one in charge of your production. So it's either you can sit in silence and focus, or you can look like a fool and try to give someone a good laugh.
Yeah.
So it at times, yes, it's hard to flip on a stream and try to be energetic, to answer your question.
100%. I feel that way sometimes when we do a podcast. I'm like, man, I'm fucking exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
My problem is though, like, I'm sure you've noticed this playing with me as long as we have, like, you could tell when there's days where I'm just like, I don't give a shit. I'm not talking. Like I don't ever change my personality. Like about 80% of the time I'd say I'm energetic and I'll just fucking say whatever the fuck I want. But there's times where I'm just like not saying, like we were playing with Joey the other day. He's like, Dizzle, if you don't fucking start saying something, I'm going to fucking kick you in the face. Like sometimes I'm just like, yeah, I mean, I'm just gaming, just chilling. Like,
well, yeah. And I think that's where I'm going to watch how I put this.
just rip it. Just let it rip. Don't watch. Just let it rip.
This is where some content creators that aren't that big have to realize they're not all that and more. They need to realize
you ain't shit.
No, not yeah, fuckers. No, but they have to realize that, at the end of the day, for a vast majority of people, and including the guys that still, do this as a hobby, and I'm speaking to myself when I say this too. It's a fucking game. It's a fucking hobby. Enjoy your time doing it. Do not make it a fucking job.
Yeah.
It's such a bad idea when you combine your job with your hobby, because then nothing you do for your free time is fun.
Yeah. Nope. I agree. That's what I mean, I know Warzone kind of got into like fucking Hack City, and that's kind of another thing that pushed me to ledge, because it's like I don't want to fucking come home from work, get pissed off at this stupid fucking game that sucks, stream to a chat and bitch about it, how it sucks 90% of the time, and like who the fuck wants? I don't want to watch that. I'm sure other people don't watch that. It's fucking up my mental health. So why the fuck? I just need to step away. I'll play it when I play it, and every now and then it gets enjoyable. But the game still sucks.
It does.
That's true, especially for like people being casuals, and I say that for just like you said, people coming home from work just want to bullshit for an hour or two, whether they stream it or not, and just play and just decompress, and then they're getting their dick kicked in online, by cheaters, and they're like, dude, I just got this for 8 hours at work. Like, I don't need this again. Like, I don't need it in another avenue. Like, I just wanted to have fun. Everyone's like,
that's why I went to anime.
What?
I said that's why I went to anime. Anime can't hurt me. Oh, maybe my emotions, but we won't talk about that.
No,
that's why I went to grinding Apex for a while, because like I don't have to worry about cheaters, even though there are some, very rarely, but
a lot of the cheaters don't like that game because it actually takes more skill than most games.
Yeah,
absolutely. There's a lot of Call of Duty kids who don't make that switch because they can't handle it. But
that's what I'm saying.
Just like there's Call of Duty kids who can't handle playing core, and they want to play hardcore.
Yep.
But I won't get into that argument again. I mean, we can. I mean, if you play hardcore and you can't play core, you just fucking suck at Call of Duty. Sorry.
I was never that kid that played hardcore, to be honest.
Me either.
And even to this day, I always played, standard, S&D. What I'm talking about, like back in when multiplayer was the only thing.
Yeah.
Before, like pre Blackout, when Battle Royale in the Call of Duty field was not a thing. Did I say Battlefield or Blackout?
I don't know what you
said. Both.
You said a lot of shit. It was really fast. I was just like, yeah. I just nodded my head.
Either way. So for multiplayer, I've only played straight up core, S&D, free for all, and TDM.
Just makes you a better gunfighter.
Yeah.
Because
I had an affinity for hardcore because, to me, obviously being a veteran background, it was more realistic. When you shoot somebody, they're not going to be able to continually take bullets and then hop around and then like outshoot you for damage. It was like you got shot. And that was the only reason I liked it. But I also enjoyed core, but that's the reason I always did hardcore, is because it was more realistic. But I know I always get bitched at for more realistic.
Well, let's just get it. The only way you're dropping 20 bombs in multiplayer is if it's hardcore. All right.
True.
Let's just call it what it is.
Because I'm a John Wick in real life. All right. I don't need this fucking pamby-mamby hardcore. Oh, my perk system is better than yours. No, it's a goddamn gun, and I outgunned you point blank.
In broad daylight.
In broad daylight. I picked up this M4 and I scratched it. Yeah, I know.
I kind of, since we're on the concept of like video games and stuff, and like we were talking about what games would we wish to play and stream. my question is, what would you think would be like if big content creators didn't control the entire environment for the video game community? So
We talking early days of Twitch?
No, he's
Well,
talking
we're
like
talking-
right now, bro.
right now. So like for instance, like Among Us, Fall Guys, they blew up because big content creators blew it up.
And then
As soon as the big content creator left, went down the drain. No one talks about Among Us. No one talks about Fall Guys.
I agree.
So
Apex kind of saw the same spike when Warzone was going through shit, and Nick Merckx and Tat and all them fucking switched over to Apex. Just saw a spike in gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of that has to do with the younger generation, like the young adults and kids, because that's what happens when it comes to marketing. I mean, the biggest hit you get with marketing, no matter what industry you're in, is with the young kids to the young teens to the young adults. I mean, that's just what's going to happen. It's the majority of what you get. So the popular thing is going to draw the popular people, no matter what it is. And even like you were talking about Among Us and all these other games, yeah, they blew up and then they died down, but they kept a core base that stuck around, because there's still people playing Fall Guys and Among Us like crazy and still using it for content and enjoyment, but it's not a mass enjoyment. It's just the people who stuck with it or have been there prior to that. So it does help in a sense, but yeah, unfortunately, you get the masses that follow just to follow, no matter what it is.
Yeah, it's clout chasing. I mean, when you come down to it, it's clout chasing. What's the hot item?
Plus, those people want
that.
Yeah. So. Plus, those people want to play the game that their favorite person's playing, so they have the chance to run into them or stream snipe them or whatever. There's always that want to like be involved and possibly be in the same game. And I think that's a lot of drive for people. Like I do a lot of Omegle videos. Obviously, we've got Ace here hanging out from Omegle that's watching us right now that I met, and I go on Omegle, and there's a lot of people on Omegle that are just on there to possibly meet these YouTubers that they have. A lot of them don't care to be on Omegle. They're just there to have that one chance to run into the person that they watch online. And it's the same shit with video games.
Yeah, I get it. I never understood stream sniping. I know there's people that have made their streaming career off stream sniping.
Cody, really? You don't understand stream sniping?
Hold on. I'm getting to a point. I've done it a few times to a few people that I know.
Yeah, I wonder who.
We won't say names.
Yeah, I did it to you and Perp a lot.
Shots fired.
Blackout
literally
4 days. I did it to Oak once in Black Ops. Him and Nick were doing like a drunk stream, him and Picnic, and I stream sniped and I was like, I'm gonna kill Oak off rip and just piss him off. And they dropped train station. I dropped firing station because I didn't know. I figured they were going there. So I freaking made my way all the way to train station. Oak died off rip, so I had to kill Pick. And then I went and picked chat, and I was like, sorry, I meant to kill Oak. And he thought it was the funniest fucking thing in the world. He was like, I just got stream sniped by the wrong guy. Like yeah, sorry.
That's great.
Oh, that's beautiful. I miss those days. I miss Blackout 4 days, dude. Those are good.
There's nothing like being able to down your teammate.
Good memories.
Yeah.
Do you remember the clip I just sent you like a couple months back? The one that you did a throw knife on Perp.
Oh yeah, where I downed Perp with an axe. We were playing with Oak.
And then someone cleaned him up.
I downed Perp with an axe. Me and Oak were throwing axe at each other, and I hit Perp. I went to go res him, and somebody sniped him while he was down and finished him.
It was a great time.
It was hilarious.
That's beautiful.
That was hilarious.
You know what's funny is that's literally a scene from Saving Private Ryan. The medic's sitting there trying to help the guy on Omaha Beach, like right at the edge, and then all of a sudden he gets shot by a sniper, and the medic's like, "Will you just give us a fucking chance, you motherfucker?" Like that's exactly what that was.
Pretty much. That's exactly what it was. I also remember hitting a guy with a random tomahawk from about 1,000 meters.
Oh, on top of the SUV.
I was on top of a car and just whipped it. Not only was the car moving, bro. We're going to have to post this clip. We're going to have to find it and post this.
We need to now.
The car was moving. I threw it. And when we went back to the replay, my axe bounced off the ground. The guy was walking through a garage door, shut the garage door. Mm-hmm. The axe bounced right and hit as the garage door was closing off the little corner of it. And I downed him inside the garage. It's got to be like, if I was a big streamer, that'd be like one of the greatest clips of all time.
Oh, you would have had a couple 100,000 too bad TikTok wasn't a thing back then.
Right?
Like I think didn't you post? No, you didn't post on Instagram, did you?
No.
I know
post
you
anywhere,
posted
bro.
on Facebook.
Yeah.
You posted on Facebook.
I think TikTok was around then, but it was like in the early stages of being acquired, where they acquired Vine
Musical.ly or whatever.
Yeah, Musical.ly. That's what it was,
Mhm.
Musical.ly. So yeah, it didn't become what it is now, but yeah, it was the same thing. It's fucking bugging here. Jesus Christ.
What does Jesus have to do with it, dude?
Because he created the motherfucker and it's in my face.
Hey, they're helping you out. They're creating focus.
Well, it looks like a fruit fly, and I have nothing down here like with
Looks
fruit.
like it's creating distraction.
Well,
it is.
Good. Content.
Fucking ridiculous.
You need some I totally blanked on what they're called. Chopsticks. Need some chopsticks and go
Oh, yeah, like that.
like Jackie Jan. There you go. Just like that. Is that somebody's heart, bro? Jesus.
What the fuck?
The brutality.
It's kind of funny because it really fits the anime I just watched, Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh, Tokyo Ghoul's so good.
Have you watched it?
Oh yeah, I've watched all of it.
Oh wait, hold on. I don't think we ever went through your anime list.
Oh,
No.
do we need to?
Well, I mean, with his,
Yeah, let's
his
go
interest,
through it.
I think we have to.
Let's
All right,
go.
I'm listening loud and clear.
All right, my top 3. Obviously, I like the obscure and the random. All right, it's the same when it comes to regular Western entertainment. I love shit B movies. All right, because I always tell these, Cody and Nick, I always tell these guys, you miss stuff if you don't watch the garbage, because that's where the originality comes in. Whether it's ass or not, it's still like something that not a lot of people have seen, and you're like, this is great. Like this has not been done before.
We don't need your life story. We need your list here.
Listen, that wasn't my life story. It was a snippet. All right, snippet. No, my top 3 anime, this is difficult. Obviously, I'm going to say number 1 is Dragon Ball Z. I can't help it. It's like the thing that was ingrained in my soul. It will be the first tattoo I get, whatever I get. Like, it's everything to me. All right. Storytelling, animation, all of it. I love it. Call it mainstream, and I'm just connecting to it. Whatever, if you're listening, watching, fuck you. It's good.
My pick 2 is Naruto for the same reason. So
yeah, like just because it's good and famous doesn't mean it's ass and like whatever. Like it's good. It's good.
It's fucking goated.
Yeah, it is. And there's something about when someone like snaps and just becomes overpowered because they're so angry they have no control, which makes sense as to why my favorite Marvel superhero is the fucking Hulk. I love somebody that's innocent and normal, but the minute you poke and prod, they turn into a fucking asshole that just buries you in the dirt. That's the reason that I like Dragon Ball Z, because that's most of the characters in a nutshell. Second for me would be Elfen Lied, or Elfen Lied, depending on how you want to say it. It's a beautiful, amazing anime, super gory, super dark, dramatic. Not one of the ones that are about like fan service and stuff like that. Obviously, there's nudity in it, but it's nudity in a mature sense. It's not nudity to be like, oh, look at the tits bouncing. Like it's there, but it is violent. It is compelling. The story's fantastic. It's a 1 season, 14 episode thing done and over with. Really, really good. And then the third, shit, this is tough. I don't know what my third would be. I mean, I love, as you can see, Gunslinger Girl. That might be up and running for it because it's the only one I can think off the top of my head. That's another short series that's really good, serious, dramatic, about young orphan teenagers that get picked up by the society because these girls, no one wants them. So they train them to be assassins and basically repurpose them because they have nothing in their lives. And they train because what's the best assassin you can have? An unsuspecting teenage girl in a school outfit.
Wait, didn't they make a movie, like a live action movie off of that?
I don't know, but there's movies similar to it, like the Red Sparrow, with that's similar to that, because it's like what the Russians did to the young women back then, because who would expect them to be like, a merciless killer. Sure. It's kind of that concept, but it's like all old school, classical orchestral music, really serious, really good writing. Those are my top 3 for me. And obviously I love my obscure shit like Domestic Girlfriend and, brothers in love triangles with 2 unrelated blood sisters and, all that random shit.
Right. We're not trying to get censored here.
Well, what was the other one?
I've got all my weird manga right here.
What was it? Oh crap! What was it? How I turned my girlfriend to a slime or something. What was it? You said.
Oh, how I got reincarnated, or my life is I got reincarnated into a slime. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's another mainstream one.
That. Yeah.
It's another mainstream one. Porsche guy's here. Oh shit, guy 572. Bananarama 13. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you. I'm loving the new comments. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut off. I'm just trying to give some love here
So
to the chat.
rude. Can't believe you.
Just a
This was my
fucking
time to
asshole,
shine.
bro.
I'm
the guest on this show, and then you're gonna talk to these peons. No, girlfriend. No domestic girlfriend.
No.
Sorry.
No
Oh,
domestic
by the
girlfriend.
way, Cody, JP in my chat said with a KOTOR remastered, he said 100% agreed.
Fuck yeah. That shit's gonna be lit, bro.
If they fuck that up, whatever studio Aspire's the studio doing it. If
They
they
won't fuck
fuck
it
that
up.
up, which they shouldn't because they have a good track record. But if they do, you're gonna feel the internet's wrath.
They won't.
I have full faith in them. I'm just saying, if it happens,
they won't. I mean, it's just a remaster. They're bringing back all the original cast to do the over voices again. The graphics are going to be a kajillion times better. So, I mean, the game looks good on my phone. So, what the fuck was that comment right there? That totally distracted the shit out of me.
Me too.
Do I have to look at it?
We
now?
know the answer to that for Adam is yes. For me,
Yes,
it's no. It's fucking weird.
Oh,
it's art in its most obscure form.
Yeah. All right.
I'm not a hentai lover, but I have watched hentai. All right. It's more for.
I mean, let's be honest. Are you really an anime watcher if you haven't watched it?
True. That's like saying you watch regular movies and porn. It's the same instance, but all because someone draws it, all of a sudden it's fucking weird.
Listen, I'm just saying I don't watch it. I didn't say it was fucking weird.
All right, Ace. You have a good one, man. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate you following the show and coming in live. You have a good one, man.
Aces. But yeah,
I
mean, I love Star Wars, so I'm gonna love it anyway. But I'm very critical, so there probably will be some shit that I don't like about it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give you like homework, anime homework, where I'm gonna make you have to pick between like 3 animes that you have to watch at least one.
I'll try.
Honestly, I think you. I could be biased because I just watched it and it's like fresh in my brain. But like Tokyo Ghoul, I think you would really like. Some of the plots are kind of
good,
iffy. They really effed up. I don't know if it was just due to the fact the English translation, but they really effed up a bunch of the pronouns. I'll just put it like there's a lot of he's and she's that were like for the same character.
Yeah,
because like they're trying to, like, for instance, one character in general, it was a female that was trying to portray themselves as a male, but they didn't really explain it. There was no backstory on why. And then like they fell in love with one of the main characters and went back to a male. Then at the end they went back to a female. It was really confusing. There's a few characters like that, but besides that, the story's pretty good. The animation's great.
it's fantastic.
There's a lot of blood. There's a lot of gore. There's a good plot. You get a little bit of everything. You get your action. You get your your little romance. You get like I said, you get a strong plot where that kind of makes you think. You're that or Attack on Titan.
I mean,
really, really strong plot.
I'm down to give it a shot.
It's good and violent. Like it's got like obviously you love Dragon Ball Z, Cody. You know who I'm talking about when I say Gohan. The main character is like a Gohan. Like he's that guy that gets into some shit, doesn't know what power he has, all that type of stuff. And then when he realizes and snaps, he just goes fucking ham on people. Mm-hmm. And it's like that type of feel. So it's got a DBZ kind of feel to it with its own twist.
It sounds like every anime ever.
No.
Yu Hakusho the same way.
Yes and no. I mean, there's definitely a lot of animes where the main protagonist definitely pops off, but there's a lot of times where the specific character can't like hone in their powers. I've noticed in a lot of animes, like sometimes like they can only control it sometimes, or they can only control it in certain situations where it just gets really fuzzy. And the animes that it gets really hard is like the ones where like they have unlimited power and then like at nowhere they have no power. They're powerless. It's like it you need a good balance, and I think Tokyo Ghoul definitely nailed that balance. Or another very, very mainstream, which actually the season 2 is coming out, which you may know what I'm going to say, Adam, is Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is a very, very strong anime.
They just had the movie come out.
You showed me a trailer for that. That like spider bitch and fucking some weird ass shit going on. I showed you
kind of like one of the metal looking scenes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that converted a lot of non-anime users to anime users. it's kind of funny. All the guys that I met that said, "Oh no, I don't watch anime. That's shitty. That's for losers. That's for nerds." Um, guess what? They're the same ones that bought, Tanjiro shirts. They have their wallpapers set. They're buying the swords. They're getting all the merch. It's like, huh?
Oh yeah.
I was the nerd, boys. I was the nerd.
Bro, I'll tell you what, as a fucking lifelong nerd, I will say, like, I remember back in the day, like, and I don't know, this is going to age me or whatnot, but like like kids that read Bleach in school, if I'm even saying that right, I think it was Bleach.
Yeah.
It is Bleach, yeah.
Yep.
Like, they were like losers.
Oh yeah.
And it was like, I like tried to never let anyone know that, like, I was like, yeah, I'm a Star Wars nerd. I don't like Dragon Ball Z or any of that shit. Like, but really, I loved it. And now, like, I mean, I go to like across the country for conventions and shit, and you see it fucking everywhere. You see all these like athletes like wearing Dragon Ball Z shirts or Attack on Titan shirts. I've seen, like, you see it fucking everywhere. And it's like, what happened in the last like 10, 15 years where all this changed?
Money, I think. Money, and I think it's
the social norm, the social acceptance of it.
that, and I think it's just you escape the culture, the cultural norms of, like, you learn about different cultures, whatever. You get what I'm saying?
I know. I mean, I get what you're saying. But do you think there was like a lot of like closet fans like back then? Like, even if you like made fun of someone for reading that shit, like they might have enjoyed it themselves.
That's a hard question. It could just be how us as a society have kind of reconstructed ourselves, because I'm fairly younger than you gentlemen, but I remember,
Damn.
sports. Hey.
It hurts.
I'm in this podcast with you guys, all right? I don't need any flag. I'm not the
Yeah, but you ain't in the same decade.
Yeah, we played Call of Duty Big Red 1, so what?
PlayStation 2, bitch.
Yeah, front line.
I was doing SOCOM 2 with the fucking LAN adapter on the back of the PS2, okay? On my little Toshiba TV with DVD combo.
I think what was mainly centralized, which is I think the general popular kids, would be like sports. Sports were like always the central norm of popularity. And I think as people, especially like nowadays, where esports is actually looked at as a professional sport.
Yeah.
More if you like to see it or not, it is becoming very mainstream very fast, and people are making a lot of money from it.
Yeah, there's schools that give out scholarships for it now.
Yeah, and for the anime, that's for gaming, because I was definitely just like you, Cody. I was the one that was hiding my Game Boy Color in my backpack, and like when I was on the bus, I would hide in the back of the bus and play it.
Yep.
Make sure no one sees it. And a lot of times it was Pokemon, which was
the greatest game of all time.
Huge, it was the greatest game of all time. Although apparently I was the only weirdo that played it, but now that I'm in my mid 20s, apparently everyone had Pokemon cards, because you hear everyone talk about, oh yeah, I threw away all my Pokemon cards just a couple of years ago. Well, when I was growing up, no one had Pokemon cards because that was nerdy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know too much about the mainstream of anime, why that actually blew up. Like I say, it could be the people trying to escape their own culture and trying to expand what they know, because that's one reason why I watch anime is so a little backstory. I'm Japanese and Italian. That's my main genetic makeup.
Oh, hurrah.
Oh, hurrah.
Just two enemies of the U.S. Republic right there. No, I'm just kidding.
No, so for someone that was mixed and lived pertainingly Italian their entire life, I have my grandmother is 100% Japanese. I learned very little about my own culture, and it was not until I grew older, and it was kind of like it's a weird thing to say, but not a lot of people kind of understand when you're mixed. You get a huge identity crisis because you don't know what side you want to be on. And I think as I gotten older, I kind of appreciate more the Asian side of me, just for the culture of it. And I think that's where anime kind of lifts up my imagination, and what inspires me to kind of continue watching is because you learn about, how even though it's, it's a 2D character that's drawn up on a piece of paper and put on a screen, there is so much value and culture in it, and you don't understand that if you watch nothing but Western films.
It's true. Absolutely.
He has
And
no idea what you said. I went dead silent there to see if Adam knew what you said, but he has no idea.
No, I heard what he said, but also I was thinking when he said, "Oh, 2D," and I was like, "Yeah, you can do a lot of things with 2D. All right, I can still appreciate some 2D."
Jesus God, get out of the gutter.
No, but I get it 100%. I mean, it's there's something about it, and I appreciate the culture. And when I was over in Korea, I never got to go to Japan, but like I got to be close to like that type of thing. And there's something about just enjoying other stuff that you can't appreciate, now, that you don't do normally, and it's just awesome. It's really awesome. And there was one thing I wanted to tag on with what Cody said about being in the closet about liking, like that stuff and not saying it so much. You weren't saying it. I wasn't hiding it when I was in high school, and I was the one sitting there drawing, my best version of anime characters in science class, getting called a faggot. So I wasn't hiding it, and I was getting shunned for it, and it sucks. It really does. But it is mainstream now. It is what it is.
That's what drove you to go to the army.
It's true. Yeah, I overcorrected. I overcorrected. I was like, I ain't no faggot. I'm an American soldier. And then next thing you know, I was like, I'm done with this. I'm going back to being a faggot.
Jesus.
No, but not really. It is what it is. God, there's a lot of comments. That was partly what I was listening to Deranged talk, and I was reading these. Jesus, Banana Ram and Guy 572, you guys are going nuts in here. What was it? Yo, bro, I feel like all the Cantina Corner boys are cookie types of guys. What was the question?
Yeah. So are you cookie guys or cupcake type of guys?
Cookies all the way.
Yeah,
I like
100%.
Yeah, I like cupcakes.
Chips
I'm
Ahoy,
sorry, but
bitch.
it's raining here, so everything's wet.
Is Oreo a cookie or a sandwich?
Japan's better than China.
Ooh, cookie or sandwich? Oreos. I don't know. I would say it's a cookie. It's a cookie sandwich. Just like they call it an ice cream sandwich, even though it's still a cookie.
Japan is better than China. Yeah, that's a fact.
Do
we need to debate that?
No. Japan's not communist, so there you go.
Wow, coming from the guy who didn't want to get into politics.
I'm not. I'm just saying.
It's just speaking facts.
I'm not sitting here giving a description as to why it's better. I'm just saying communism, no communism. You go no communism. Attaboys. Okay, well, you said we were cookie guys, and now you're...
He's agreeing with us. He said he's a cookie guy, too. Do you know how to read, dude?
We said we were cupcake guys.
No, me and Deranged totally said we were cookie guys. If you said you're a cupcake, I mean, that goes along with the last segment you just gave yourself. So
no, you guys said cupcake.
No.
I said Chips Ahoy, bitch.
Rewatch the VOD. Hey, guy, you're on YouTube. At least you can rewind on the spot.
Oh, yeah, I'm live right here being a fucking retard. It's fine. It's fine.
Shout out to Norm. R.I.P.
How wet are you, man? Are you drenched, soaking, moist? Oh, they're talking to each
dry.
other.
Yeah, they're having a conversation, bro.
I'm sorry.
Stop eavesdropping.
My bad.
Stop eavesdropping.
My bad.
I'm always.
Yeah, I know who you are, Guy 572. All right, calm down, Alan.
Yeah, Alan. God, control yourself.
Dr. Alan Grant.
Dr. Alan Grant.
The dinosaur
Dr.
man.
Alan Grant. Let's talk about something just to piss off Troy, okay?
Oh boy.
You know where this is going.
Dude,
you know where this is going.
He wins. He wins. I know you're gonna. He wins.
Yes, Goku would beat Naruto in a fucking fight.
I won't lie. Down. You know what the funny part is? I knew that subject was gonna pop up.
Oh yeah,
I knew it was.
I knew we were gonna talk about anime, and I was like, you know what? I just gotta bring it up.
And yes, Banana Ram, I am wet. I'm always wet. That's my secret. Go ahead, guys.
I was gonna say I honestly did a little bit of research before the fact, just to verify. Yeah, no.
But he put in the man hours. He ran the numbers.
Yeah, I mean, like I spent a good 30 minutes to an hour researching because I watched a lot of Dragon Ball Z, but I have not watched anything current, or I haven't watched every single episode. It was something I mainly watched while I was on Cartoon Network when I was a child.
All right.
Same with Naruto. That's what created such a obsession with Naruto. That's why it's on my top 2 or top 3. But yeah, Goku solos Naruto.
Yeah, no fucking doubt. He solos him.
All right, boys. Let's get on the go
Vegeta
now.
might take him. You know what I'm saying?
But we got a question.
I tell you what. Hold on. I tell you what, Troy. I will watch any anime you want me to watch if you watch Dragon Ball Z Super.
Oh, it's so good.
How many episodes is Dragon Ball Z?
You can skip a good chunk of the beginning until they get into the tournament fighting.
Literally just watch the Tournament of Power.
Yep, that's all you need.
The problem is the problem with me is I'm one of those people that I obsess over everything I do.
Then watch the whole thing.
That's my problem.
It's that good. It's better.
I know.
It is literally the best Dragon Ball Z series they've ever had.
It's the best thing since the Cell Saga.
They cut all the bullshit out, and it's just straight up exactly what you want out of Dragon Ball Z. It's incredible.
I guess the only hard part for me to watching Dragon Ball Z, which I can be completely coming out of left field and be completely wrong, is I think it's more and when I say this, just hold on. I'm very plot driven and storyline and it's not I don't want to just watch a guy train for 500 episodes to be the best of the best.
Watch Dragon Ball Super.
It's not like
I'm telling you right now, watch Dragon Ball Super.
I'll give you the benefit.
Most of the training, you're going to get an episode or 2 of training, and then it's just debauchery from there, just mayhem.
Okay.
But the training is good.
That's what I meant by they cut out the bullshit.
Yeah.
With that said,
it doesn't take a whole season to defeat one guy anymore. You know what I'm saying?
And like I said, I mean, my top 3 is Naruto, where there's literally 1,500 episodes, and like probably a good 900 episodes of is training, but there is a lot of plot behind it and reasoning. But again, it would be critical for me to
is the best thing they've ever put out.
All right,
and you know what's great about Super is the only reason that even came to existence is because the original creator of Dragon Ball stopped when he did the Buu saga and was like, I'm done. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm walking away from this, doing something else. And they still wanted Dragon Ball, so they made Dragon Ball GT, which is a fucking abomination of a show. And they did it without him.
It's got its moments.
It does have its moments, but as a whole, it's shit.
I agree.
And so they did it without him, and he was so distraught at what he was seeing, and he was like, this cannot be it. Like, this is not how people are going to remember this. He came back. He made Super. He did the movies that came out in the theaters, the 3 movies they made, and just went ham and brought it back to its glory. And that's why it's so good. It's not only a good series, but it's like almost his redemption story of the series is like Dragon Ball in a nutshell. Like, it was like they were down and out, and he brought them back into ultimate glory. And the ending of it is just chef's kiss. Beautiful. So good. So hyperbolic time chamber.
153 episodes.
There's what?
There's 153 episodes.
They're all good. The Tournament of Power, I don't know how many episodes the Tournament of Power is.
It's the end. That
is like, oh my God. There's not one episode of that where it's like a slow moment. It's just like all these universes are fighting for their existence, and it's just balls to the fucking wall. It's fucking awesome.
It's basically DBZ fan service, the entire ending of that.
I guess the only other question I have, again, it's been a long time since I watched Dragon Ball Z, so the only thing about some animes like this is Goku just a complete. I understand he's basically a god.
He does not win Tournament of Power. Spoiler alert.
He's the destroyer of worlds. I get it.
Drop that.
Does
bomb.
He at least? Huh?
Cody just dropped the big bomb,
but you didn't catch it. But keep going.
Yeah, I kind of heard what you said about. Well, is he basically just solos everyone and like just basically destroys everyone?
No,
or he actually gets his ass kicked, and
every big person in that series gets their dick kicked in some way. No one's like the big bad boy. Even the big bad characters get the shit kicked out of them, and that's the best part. Is everyone gets an ass kicking.
And that's the worst about animes for me is when a character is too OP to the point where there is no humility.
So there is a point in the series where it's about fucking time, but Vegeta does surpass Goku and like power level and stuff, like reaches a new level that Goku hasn't reached yet during the Tournament of Power. Yes, Goku does hit another level during the Tournament of Power immediately after, but it's like nice that it's like, okay, they understand like Vegeta's been there side by side with this dude and just never passes him, like ever, never finds himself in that situation. Finally does in this. And Goku does surpass that, but like I said, spoiler alert, Goku does not win the Tournament of Power. So you have to watch it to find out who does. Because it was like, fuck yeah. It was like he didn't win, but it was like, fuck yeah.
All right, so I'm just gonna Google real quick.
This whole no, don't you dare, don't you fucking dare.
Don't spoil it, because it was like
find the 30-second clip, boys. Let's go.
No, because if you watch it, you'll be mad that you ruined it for yourself. Like this was so big that you can watch videos on YouTube of all over the world, different countries, Mexico, Japan, all these different countries that you wouldn't think, like Japan, obviously, but like Mexico and these other countries that are having outside live watch parties of this show with hundreds of people freaking out and watching every episode as they come out. Like they were having full block parties. That's how big of a deal this was, and people losing their shit.
I watched it every morning before work in Japanese because I was like, I just gotta know what happens.
Oh yeah. I was in my living room, like jumping up and down in the living room as shit was happening. Like, fucking go, let's go. Like I even got to that.
There's a part during the Tournament of Power where Goku and Frieza have to team up to even have a fucking chance at beating someone.
It's so
and they're still getting fucking. It's fucking good, dude. It's fucking good. So good.
All right, I'll give you your assignment. If you, I'll take mine. We'll come back. We'll come back in a month and we'll see how it turns out.
I know we need to wrap this up now. I'm gonna go watch the goddamn series right now. It's so fucking. My first day off from work, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna binge this for 3 days.
I gotta watch the Star Wars series first.
Yes.
In your opinion, I mean, obviously, Cody, you have a very limited amount of shows you've watched that are inspired by, or you have a very limited amount of anime shows you've watched.
Yeah.
This question is for both of you guys, but more directed toward Adam. Do you find that Western, I'm gonna use the word cartoons, are lackluster compared to anime, or do you think they have their equal parts?
Can I ask a question off that question? Because I was going to ask this question. I'm probably going to sound like a complete fucking jackass. But honest to God, what is the difference between an anime and a cartoon? Because like Pokemon, is that an anime?
Yes.
All right. Well, then there you go. I fucking love Pokemon.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, all the
Yu-Gi-Oh!
anime. Really,
I watched Yu-Gi-Oh!
All anime is literally Japanese cartoons.
Yeah,
it's a different word for it. It's just.
You've got the Western version of saying it's a cartoon, and you've got the Eastern version, saying that it's an anime. It's the same thing. It's animation. At the end of the day, it's just different vernacular of how you explain it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like how we say here porn, but over there it's hentai. It's the same fucking thing. It's just hentai is a Japanese version word of porn, but it's porn and porn. It's the same damn thing. It's just you're using a different word.
I'm pretty sure if I type in hentai, I'm going to get something different than what I'm looking for.
Well, you got it.
But it's all wrong. All right. It's all something that you wouldn't bring up in casual conversation unless you're me.
No, but I mean, like, is Pokemon considered a Western cartoon?
No,
because that started in Japan.
Voiced over.
It's just voiced over.
Yeah, Pokemon is just dubbed. That's the argument of dubbed and subbed. It's just dubbed.
Right. So what are we comparing here? SpongeBob to Dragon Ball Z?
SpongeBob can take a hit. He's a sponge. He can't be destroyed.
Old SpongeBob was goated because there was actual like adult humor in it.
That's true.
Nowadays it's just garbage. But
I guess do you guys find any significant value out of watching a Western cartoon versus watching an anime, film or animation?
I mean, I guess for me, I would say most Western cartoons then are more comedy driven.
Okay.
And like story and like deeper story and like purpose. Like Hey Arnold and Doug and all that. Like they're more comedy driven, I would say. Family Guy, fucking South Park's probably the number one Western.
Yeah. South Park,
cartoon.
Simpsons.
Right. I would say the bigger ones over here are probably more comedy driven than anything.
Yeah,
I don't know that there's a Western
like
cartoon that's like super deep into like a relationship or a storyline that like people have to follow, like Dragon Ball Z or Naruto or anything like that. Or Pokemon. I mean, most of the massive fan bases are Japanese cartoons. You know? I mean, SpongeBob and South Park, Family Guy, Simpsons. I feel like it's a very limited group of that actually has a strong following. Like animes, you can go down the list.
Yeah.
I think a lot of what anime has is obviously in Japan, anime is like a thing that I would say 90% of the people watch, whether they say it or not, because it's a cultural thing. Like that's just like watching regular TV to them. You know, animation shows are like our reality shows here. You know, it's something everyone watches. You know, obviously it's just a norm for them. And for me, the reason that I have more pull towards anime than I do Western cartoons is because I think anime takes more of a chance on things, whether it's like obscure in a weird way, obscure in a dark way, obscure in a perverted way, whatever it is, they go the extra mile in a way where it seems original. And even if there's tons of anime is all in the same vein, like you don't see that shit here. So I like the obscurity of something outside of the norm from what I'm used to. So I can appreciate Western comic or Western cartoons here and what they do, but I want more. I want something more, you know, like, you know, people, you know, like we were making fun of the whole domestic girlfriend thing. Like, yeah, it's a fucking weird show when you think of the whole plot and premise of it, but there's something about that type of drama that you won't get here. They're not going to do that here. And yeah, it's like kind of comical and weird, but at the same time, like it's inherently interesting. You know, it's like, why does someone want to watch the Kardashians? I know that's not a cartoon, but it's just like you're watching rich people family drama. Like, why is that entertaining? You know, everyone's like, oh my God, it's such a good show, like Kim K and her sisters and this. And it's
or
like,
The Bachelor.
To me, I think that's ass because I don't want to watch rich people fucking bicker and fight and lawyer up against each other at a dinner table about stupid shit because they're staring at each other's face looking like a brand. You know, like this shit's stupid. But you know, someone who likes that is going to look at what I want to watch, like, you know, these obscure animes and these weird plots, like, you know, Domestic Girlfriend and love triangles and all that weird shit that they would deem weird, but to me that's entertaining. You know, it's like my drama is weird to you and your drama is weird to me. Like it is what it is. It depends on what you want. And I like the obscurity. I want something fresh and new, no matter how crazy it is, no matter how weird it is. I want something original. And I feel Western cartoons are more of the same. They're just retooled and for the new generation. You know, like you've got SpongeBob was our generation for me and Cody at least, and I know probably you too. But now you've got stuff like whatever that Gumball show is, or I don't know, these new shows that they got on Cartoon Network and Nick, and I'm just like, I can't identify with them. It's just not my thing. I don't know. It just seems like the same shit, but just retooled for the new generation. And I don't know. I think anime just has more depth. There's more to it that you can dive into depending on how deep you want to dive.
Okay. And to tie in something, I think for me, my opinion on the matter is I don't think there's a single Western cartoon, from my knowledge. I mean, if you guys can think of anything, say it, that has a plot that goes to A to B. There is nothing.
True. Except
Everything
Dora the Explorer.
Well, even that there's really there is no like continuation of a story. It is just next episode.
She's an illegal immigrant, but that's a whole other story. She really is.
I'm getting flayed, boys.
She really is.
A is in Mexico, B is across the river. Okay, so
just think about it. You ever hear that theory? That's a real theory, by the way.
Is that
like she's a Mexican girl going through the jungle? She has everything she could possibly need in her backpack. You know, her imaginary friend is a monkey, and Swipe or No Swipe is a border patrol. I mean,
oh God.
And she's always crossing a body of water.
It's plausible to think of. How can we think of this idea?
I knew another really crazy theory for a Western cartoon. I don't remember what it is, but I I think that's the biggest thing for me. There is no real plot. You know, a lot of animes, they're not just created for anime. Anime is not the original origin. It's not canon. Oh, it is canon, but it's not the original origin. Where anime always derives from manga,
Manga.
and
Not to be confused
manga.
with MAGA.
But yeah,
Sorry.
most it's fascinating too. Like for instance, like Attack on Titan. I'm gonna butcher like the actual numbers, but like it ends in like it ends in like in 139 chapters in the manga.
Okay.
There's a reason why the manga had that many chapters. Is because that number derived from something in the plot of the actual story. There's 13 of something, and there was 9 of something, and it created something. You know, it derived from for a purpose, and it's really interesting to see that even while these guys are because, for instance, Tokyo Ghoul, they created the anime before the manga was completed. With that said, they had same with actually Tokyo Ghoul. They had a set number that was if you remember Adam, they basically the Jack, the slaughter guy.
Oh
that
yeah, the one with the
okay.
Jason mask.
Jason, yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
I don't know why I said Jack. Well, I think his name was Jack in the anime.
yeah, but he had like the Jason style
Yeah,
mask on.
he was basically he was mimicking Jason.
Yeah.
He had the main uh character count 1,000 subtract 7 from 1,000, and there was a main reason because if you drive once you hit a certain number, it was the amount of chapters it ended up to be. I watched a breakdown video of it. It was very interesting, but I guess that's where it's interesting from cartoons to animes. There is no end game for a cartoon. The end game is when there's no popularity and it gets canceled. Anime is it's start to finish. The only thing that could kill it is the quality of it,
Or the ending.
Or the ending.
Which, by the way,
no, I agree with that statement.
Which, by the way, Cody, that scene he was talking about, or that character, the one with the Jason mask on in Tokyo Ghoul, the shit he does to the main character over the course of like 2 to 3 episodes is horrific. Because this guy, the main character, can basically heal and like, you know, broken bones, whatever, he can heal. So this dude is torturing him, breaking hardcore, breaking every finger, breaking every toe, doing all this stuff, cutting him up, waiting for him to heal to just redo it again and just continually torturing him until he breaks. And it's just like, holy fuck. Like, strap this dude in a chair and just like redoing the same thing over and over and over. And you're like, holy shit.
And the concept of counting 1,000 down, counting 1,000 down in seven intervals is the concept to keep his mind occupied so he doesn't lose conscience and doesn't lose his personality
while he's enduring that pain.
Yeah. So yeah, something to focus on.
Jesus.
After all said and done, I'll have to find like a quick snippet like of a trailer, like a fan made trailer, just to give you a quick idea. It's a great show.
It's dark.
All right.
It's solid.
It's super solid, but you're watching it like,
literally, I was on the edge of my seat. I was like, yes, give me more. I guess that's just a weird. Maybe that's why my name is Deranged.
The sadist in you.
Maybe.
What
What do
they call that? The people that like pain. Not a necrophiliac. That's people who like the dead. Masochist. Someone who loves pain. Like, put on some high heels and step on my balls. Those are those people.
Are you referring to the Nutcracker in season 3? There's literally a character called Nutcracker.
Oh, I forgot. Oh,
sounds
you need to watch the show, Cody.
It's a great show.
Sounds like it.
The great part is there's not that many episodes. There's 4 seasons. Each season has 4 or 12 episodes. So it's not completely long, and if you break them down, 15 minutes per episode is actually truthfully not that long.
Yeah, that's
I
not
could
bad.
probably watch the entire anime in probably over one full day if I wanted to, which actually I kind of did, truthfully.
I have.
The only reason I stopped is because I had to go to work.
I've done the research.
I only stopped because I forgot I'm a grown adult with a life. I have responsibilities and a woman.
Yeah.
How was Brittany doing?
I
feel like I gotta ask.
She passed out when she got home, and I just shut my door, so she couldn't hear me screaming in
Nice.
my mic. So
There you
I
go.
don't know.
There you go.
Probably the dog's caught on with her.
Good job.
How's Kim?
I don't know. She's sleeping.
See?
My future wife out there is sleeping somewhere.
I have a question for you. Kind of swing it back to gaming. Who outside of Sparrows, because I know Sparrows is a guy that is the reason you're a streamer.
Mm-hmm.
Who is your favorite content creator?
Oh, by the way, I'm gonna let you ask that. I do have to hit the bathroom. I didn't want to do this before we left, so you keep going. I'll be right back.
Okay. My favorite content creator outside of Sparrows. It'd probably be Tim.
Tim? Okay.
Probably be Tim. Obviously Sparrows has a lot of reasons why I enjoy his content. Tim, it's more you can understand why he's so big and he's this foundation he is, because 1, he put the man hours in. 2, he has a great personality. Also, put things aside, he has a great personality, and you can see where he always acts like he's stupid, which sometimes he has his moments, like can you dig in the ocean, or can you dig through the ocean from Hawaii? Everyone's seen that clip, I probably by now, but you can see his personality on stage is amazing.
Yeah.
And not there are only so many big content creators even do that, because like he said, he's the Rock. He's this personality.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna put you on the spot here. Facebook gaming wise, who are like top 3 content creators that you like, not necessarily that you watch or anything, but you see their content and you're like they're really getting after it? Or
what's funny? It's bad for me to say. I haven't watched too many like Facebook streamers. Hitman. Gosh, it's hard for me to say because I've had opinions on some content creators, and not necessarily bad, just some things I've noticed that like I would like to see change, like whether it's like acknowledging their chat or their expressions to their chat. God, it's hard to say. I'm trying to think of Facebook streamers. Can I pull up my list? A list of Facebook streamers?
I'll tell you mine. It's pretty much, I mean, outside of like our group that stream together and Oak, there's only 2 people that I actually like care to watch. One is on Facebook, particularly. One is Avery. I don't know if you know who that is. But like what we were talking about earlier about like how much work it fucking takes to like do everything, post on every social media. That chick fucking, one, she is a solid gamer, but she doesn't like take herself too seriously, even though she was technically professional at one point.
Right.
She fucking
Wasn't
posts
she Professional League or World of Warcraft?
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But she fucking posts on everything. She'll like take pictures of herself when she goes on these trips and takes photos of herself and posts them. Does cosplays. She reposts like fan edits and stuff. Like she's like super involved with like her community. Reaches out to small streamers all the time. Like she's someone like that I watch that's like made it to a certain point and is just like not afraid to go back and just like constantly, you could tell she's putting in the work, like behind the scenes. The other one is just my guy, man. Fucking Rexzilla is like one of the funniest fucking guys on the platform. Cool. He is fucking hilarious.
I kind of forgot about him. He is a very solid content creator.
Yeah, I mean, he's a dude I can just turn it on, and I feel like I could just have a beer with that dude and just chill and just bullshit about anything. And that's kind of like I was talking about earlier, it's like all about vibes. Like when you're in a chat, like I know there's this certain guy we've talked about it multiple times. Probably the guy you were just thinking of that like we used to watch a lot of, but like I just don't watch him anymore. Because it's just like a massive change in his demeanor and when he streams. We'll tell you later. We'll tell you later, Adam, but you probably know.
Yeah, I think I know who you're referring to.
But Rex is just, I don't know. I love Rex.
Oh yeah. I found him really late. Like I found a lot of these. I'll put it in the category like keyboard and mouse players very late on in the Facebook gaming like generations. Because obviously I would consider myself generation 3, more or less, just because you had your Stone Mountain and your Nitro and all of them being signed on actually by Facebook then. But yeah, I didn't know about Rex until I think I saw your share. Actually, matter of fact, of him, and I started watching him. Yeah, he's a very solid guy. He Nitro. What's the main guy that runs Nitro Circus? What's his name?
Oh, Pastrana. Yes.
Yeah. He reminds me a lot of him. It's that like very wild, outgoing.
Got the dirt bikes in the background.
Yes, and it's amazing. Like it makes me jealous because someone that, like I said, is overly obsessive over what they do, no matter what it is. I'm like, all right, put a couple dirt bikes in my second bedroom in my house. My wife will love that.
Yeah, and I mean, he was part of a gaming organization at one point too, but he takes like, he's one of those dudes that I think a lot of like younger streamers, like if you really want to take it like to full time, and let's just say like you don't have a full-time job and you want to make content creation your full-time job, he is a fucking guy to look up to. I mean, that guy, he lives I think in your time zone, and every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern he's fucking going live, which is like 6 a.m. his time. He has an actual studio where he does his streaming. It's not at his house, it's not just in a room. He literally gets up every morning, and he's said this in streams before, he has to feel like he's going to work so that he continues to take it serious. It's not something where I'm just going to roll out of bed and hit the live button. He's going to wake up, he's going to get ready for work, and he's going to drive to work. I think that's fucking badass. Obviously, not everybody's in that position when you start off, but just that mentality, I think, is like a huge, like, as soon as you walk in that streaming room, like you're on stage, like you're now at work, and you're not like just at home.
Right, 100%.
Yeah, it's like any performing artist out there, musician. It's the same thing. Like you're you, but the minute you step out on stage, like it's go time. Like this is it. Like this is your job.
Right.
You have to take that seriously for what it is. That's a good mentality to have. I mean, I to put it in perspective, like I kind of had that mentality. I still do, but in a different sense. When we started doing this show, I know when me and Cody started doing this before we brought Nick on and made it like a whole thing, like I always was like worried about like, okay, I have to be like looking at the camera. I have to do this. I have to do that. Like I knew it was go time, but eventually over time I learned that it's the same thing, but I don't have to be so stringent or like anal about how things go or whatever. Like you figure it out over time. But like when that thing's on, like this is the work, this is job, and we have fun, but like this is still our thing, you know, and not that this is like our actual like career where we make money, but like it's serious to us to where if we're going to do it. And there's been times where me and Cody, like whether it's been me or Cody or Nick, where we're like, look, I ain't feeling it tonight. Like let's put it off for another day. Great. Because if you're not feeling it, we should not do it right now. Like it's not a good idea, because it's going to be ass. Like you have to be in it or it's just going to be bad. Period.
Yeah. It's definitely nice to have a passion child.
Yeah. No, 100%. For sure. Yeah. Cause I'm I'm sure like that's something you were talking about earlier. You've kind of now realized like if you get home, like I'm just gonna watch anime tonight. I'm not really feeling like streaming. I just want to sit here and chill and watch anime. You know, I know you. I mean, you are fucking one of the most reliable streamers that I know personally. Like every day since the day I met you, you're like, yep, stream tonight, stream tonight, stream tonight, stream tonight.
Yeah,
like fucking gun ho.
It was so unhealthy. It wasn't until like it was honestly as bad as say. Good thing my parents don't watch this because I would get my butt kicked. Our entire engagement while we were planning our wedding, I was still going live every single day. And thank God my wife is talented and my mother-in-law is very talented and took control of a lot because I did very little planning. And this is where I had to finally reflect and look back at my tendencies and my habits because again, I have a very addictive personality. I ended up getting very irritable if streaming got pulled away from me. I didn't want to go talk to friends. I didn't want to go out. All right, babe, let's just order food. I want to go stream right now. Let's go. I'm gonna run in the shower. I'm gonna go live. I just got off work. Don't talk to me.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like that. Not necessarily like that, but yeah, I was definitely I went live probably for a good solid year and a half every single day, even when I was sick. So
yeah. I mean, what you were saying right there about like being irritable and like if you weren't streaming, like when I was stepping away from it, I was getting that way. Like Kim would be like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" It's like, I want to stream, but like I need to get mentally straight before I even attempt to do that shit again. Is everything like they throw so many fucking numbers at you when you're streaming. It's hard not to pay attention to them. Like, oh, here's this goal, here's this goal. That's why I was like, I just need to fucking step away. Because when I started doing this, because I met you, I met Perp, Oak, all the Joey, fucking Packard. It was just great to just get on, have a group of friends that like we've never met in person, but I mean, I feel like I know you like a brother from the last 2 years of playing with you. And that's why I started streaming and started playing. And it just turned into something else. Yeah, it turned into something different every time I hit go live. And I was just like, this is not what I want to do anymore. Right. So
I completely agree. I got to the same point myself where I would literally look at games I wanted to play or, things I wanted to do. And I'm like, I'm not going to play this until I go live. And it was like, I would not touch shit until I knew that I was going to go live. And then I was like, it's turning into, it's not gaming anymore. It's turning into like you say, work or something like where I'm ruining the gaming part of it. I'm like, I'm not going to play this right now. I'm not going to go live until tomorrow. So I'm not going to play it until I go tomorrow. I'm like, I want to play it now. I just want to enjoy it. But it was like poisoning my brain, or like you guys said with the irritability, there'd be times where I would convince myself to play something and then I'd stop. And I'm like, why the fuck am I not live right now? Like, I'm not going to do this unless I'm live, but I want to go live. And then I just wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't go live. I wouldn't play anymore. And I was just like, it's ruining everything for me. Like it is.
Yeah. Streaming community can be very toxic.
Yes.
Hella toxic.
People think the comments are bad when you put a video up. It's like Cody said, when you look at the numbers, that is worse than any comment. The numbers are always going to rattle in my head more than someone saying something well, because because hard numbers is what all I care about, because that's, what you want to grow. Someone can say something, whatever, they said words. I don't give a shit. But when you're staring at the numbers, like it really fucks with your head more than a comment does, in my opinion.
Yeah. And that's where throughout my entire career of being a content creator, the amount of times someone has hopped in my chat and said, "Hey, I'm thinking of starting streaming." The first thing I think of is, please don't.
Don't do it.
Not because I don't think they don't have it in them. Because first off, I will never tell anyone not to do something if it's something that they're passionate about or if they have some interest in it, because who am I to tell them don't do it? I know the realization of streaming though. I don't remember. I heard a statistic like 80% of new streamers quit within the first 6 months.
I believe it. Totally.
So let's say your average streamer buys a laptop, capture card, camera, microphone. That's, including a laptop, that has to be at least $1,200, roughly. That's a lot of money to give up,
Yep.
and it's hard for me to express to people without being negative and deterring them that they cannot turn on it. This is not 2014. They can't turn on a webcam and stream on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and expect significant growth. That's the one huge, absolutely huge problem I have with Facebook. They give you the world's worst ego boost because if you guys don't know, on Facebook Gaming, they will, once you hit their level up program, which is their basically Twitch affiliates, you get thrown out in the algorithm heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I tested this theory out with an alternate account I made, and I used to run actually, and let go of the current one, my OG one, for a while. For at least 4 months, I ran a second account, and for within the first, once I hit my level up for a whole 30 days, they threw me out to the algorithm where I was hitting thousands of viewers. I had a consistent, 30 30 viewers, sometimes 50, 60. Insane. I haven't seen these numbers in a long time. Once the 30 days are over, that's it. Good luck, Kai. Good luck. You're not going to get any more algorithm. It's You had to be found. You had to have people share your stuff.
Yeah, we gave you the
Or you gotta,
chance.
yeah, and that's the problem. You get all this self-esteem, like, oh hey, I'm gonna make it. I'm great. And the worst part about it is most people, once they hit level up, especially on Facebook, as a new streamer, their content, their quality is going to be terrible. So they're almost set up to fail because no
Yeah.
one wants to watch a streamer that doesn't have their shit together. If their audio is peaking and your headphones users are almost, their ears are bleeding, they don't want to watch you. If your quality of your picture is bad, they're not going to want to watch because they can't see the gameplay because it's over pixelated. It's like if your connection's just even lagging and you skip and you're having, a spinning wheel every 5 seconds while you're trying to stream because you don't have a sufficient, connection to the internet. It's hard. And that's the one hardest part for me, to openly tell someone to continue streaming or to start streaming when they're interested in. I will always give people advice and I will always help out a new streamer, but I always really want to tell them the face value truth, and I have before, um, to the people that have brought it up, that it's not meant for everyone, and that's not me directing towards them. It's just directed to the sheer facts. That's just a lot of people quit. I mean, if it wasn't for the amount of money I put into gaming, I probably would have quit a long time ago.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, it's like being a parent, right? Like you want to, like when your kids, like my mom told me I could be whatever I want to be. It's like, you're having a hard time between saying, do I want to, tell my kid they could be whatever they want to be, or do I want to be realistic and tell them what to expect when they go towards those things? It's not saying that like you don't want them to do it, but like you're trying to give them realistic expectations. Like, yes, you can absolutely go towards that, but understand this is the struggle and this is the pain you might have to actually go through to get to that point. Or you could just blankly say, like, yeah, dude, go streaming, dude, do it, man. You'll be fucking awesome. But it's like you're not giving them any expectation. It's a hard camp to be in when you're trying to explain that to somebody without disencouraging them or over encouraging them. It's tough.
Yeah.
And
I mean, on top of all that, nobody tells you how much shit you got to do behind the scenes. Fucking,
exactly.
to
And
keep
that's
up
the
with it,
realism.
keep your shit fresh, change up your OBS every now and then. Fucking upload to all the social medias.
Expect to be upset and expect to not get something right away. That's the hardest thing people have to overcome. I had that issue. I definitely had that issue.
Yeah,
but that's
you
just
suck.
I do suck.
Just kidding.
I suck the cock.
Oh,
No,
easy.
make Facebook money. Oh yeah, my moderator just pointed out amazing fact, and this is this is a huge fact for Facebook gaming. You got to make Facebook money or they're gonna drop you.
Yeah.
That's sheer facts, and that's proven.
Yeah.
If you don't make the Facebook gaming currency stars, if you don't make stars,
They don't give a shit.
you're not in the algorithm. You're not in the algorithm in any shape or form. For instance, my reach. So I'm not a big content creator in any means. I have 1,700 followers. My reach within today's post of announcing that I'm doing this with you guys. I mean, last time I looked like an hour ago, only had 120 reach. I have 1,700 followers, not including where I can get some organic reach outside of my followage.
Which makes no sense, because if you've got that many followers and you put that out, it should automatically give you the initial 17K that you have, and then the rest should be like extra. You know what I mean?
Extra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
agree with
I
you
don't
guys.
get it. It's like I already have a base, and it's like, well, they didn't reach them. It's like, but I sent it out. How did I not reach them if they're mine? No, I don't know.
And
it's like, what?
that's something. I mean, that's something I'm strongly considering making a swap. I don't want to make it quite yet. I'm trying to dig my feet in the ground and build up this empire in my head. I'm considering making a swap to YouTube.
Should join the fam, dude.
Honestly, I was gonna say
Join the fam.
When we started doing this and we were talking about streaming, and I flubbed up and said Twitch over Facebook, and then in my head I was like, you should do YouTube. Like, you should. I mean, that's kind of where we're going right now. Like, obviously we were doing Facebook with posting our videos, but we really were like,
those first 30 days. I think we got up to like almost 500 followers, and now we're just barely over 500.
yeah, and a lot of that was not even so much Facebook. Like, we were grinding out trying to, like, pay into Facebook to get ads and all that different stuff. And now I've been going on Omegle every night, just trying to like meet new people and explain the show and try to get, new viewers and stuff like that, which obviously we've seen here on the chat on YouTube, which is great. But it's like, I feel YouTube is a better outlet, and me personally.
Facebook ads are a waste of money.
Super waste of money. We didn't spend much, but even with the little you spend or a lot you spend,
it was a test market.
Yeah, it's whatever.
It's like legally buying bots is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Like I know me and you know a streamer that paid for some followers and they no longer stream on Facebook, but that's what it reminded me of. I mean, when we did it, we were like, all right, let's see what happens. Let's test it. We posted something to look at
$5 here, $10 there,
We were like, let's see what the reach and engagement gets out. And it's like, this is literally it's just a ripoff for people.
Well, and the thing is, so I have made an ad probably 3 times within the last 2 years. I've made it 3 ads. You are 100% right. Basically, most of the ads, like for creating for followage, like, because obviously, if people don't understand, for advertisements on Facebook, and this is mainly any social media platform, you can create an advertisement where you can either try to attract people for followage, links, link clicks,
likes,
for views. There's a number of things you can get reach for.
Website connection.
Yes. And I did one for followage because I was curious, and every single followage, I think I had like 20 followers that came, like, got pulled through the ad. I have never seen a single one through in my chat.
Nope.
Never.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the great part about Facebook, which is really creepy for me to say, I can look through your entire profile account. I can snoop through anyone's. I won't lie, I have snooped through a good majority of my community, because one, it gives me an idea on who I'm entertaining.
Yeah.
As well as it gives me an idea if they're a bot or not. Not that Facebook has too many bots, but with the advertisement side of things. And then the other platform or other advertisement I created was for views on one of my YouTube videos that I posted on Facebook. And the amount of engagements or amount of views I got was crazy. But if you look at my insights, the amount of 3-second views, which for anyone that's crap. 3-second
is.
views are the by far the worst thing. Like you can accidentally be a 3-second view. And I had over probably 70% of that advertisement views be 3-second
3
views.
seconds. Yep.
Which could be someone scrolling by and not even looking at it, and it plays for that 1 to 2, 3 seconds, and then they keep scrolling. Means nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why we noticed when we were doing Facebook more prominently, they have a thing called playthroughs. Like that was a number we always looked at and got excited about. Like the 3-second views thing. I always thought that was funny. I was like, why the fuck is this even like Facebook? They record so many different statistics on shit. It'll fuck with your head if you look at all of it. That's why we kind of were like, let's just go to YouTube. Let's just try to grow organically on YouTube and see what happens. Fuck it. So that's why we're here.
Yeah. Not to mention a lot of what we were talking about at the time when we were doing Facebook was obviously more mixed political stuff. And of course, a lot of that was getting, tagged with COVID, warnings and random shit. And it was just like, it's just, I don't know. It's like you try to find the best platform for it, but YouTube to us was just the best route. And obviously you see most of the big streamers doing that too now with all the issues and drama between other sites. It's just like kind of the place to be at the moment.
It's definitely a hard place where everyone wants to be a content creator, and it's no longer a niche anymore. There's no longer a select amount of people that want to create content online.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to sit home on their computer and edit videos and just make racks and racks of money.
Yep. Be a TikTok famous or whatever.
Yeah.
Influencer.
Sheer fact is, well, your TikToker, most people fizzle out fairly quick.
Oh yeah.
Fairly quick, unless you're a top dog. Even them, I mean, even top dogs.
Unless you're a D'Amelio.
Then that's where I was gonna say, if that's the one thing that I noticed about big content creators that blow up overnight is you have to invest all your money very quickly into a marketing team. Very quickly, very fast, and blow yourself up. Because that's the one thing so many streamers forget is to put their money back. So all my stars, all my donations I've made throughout my entire stream, some of it, yes, has gone into my stream. A lot of the money in my setup has been surely my own paycheck.
Yeah.
Everything else has been brought through back into my page, whether it's a giveaway or going back into buying software for editing. It's always getting reimbursed back into my content, and people forget about that.
Yeah.
You got to reinvest. I mean, that's like with anything, with any business. Streaming is essentially entrepreneurship. You're being an entrepreneur. You're doing your own thing. You didn't create the business model that you're working in, as in like Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, but like you're creating your own brand within that business model. So it's entrepreneurism. So you have to reinvest, and that people don't do that. And they just, you see people that, like, even with people doing OnlyFans, all these people that were like, I'm making so much money, and they don't realize, like, yeah, but you also have to save a lot of it. There's taxes involved. There's a lot of paperwork you have to do. Yeah, like there's a lot of shit. And you see these people burn out of their money because they don't realize that just because it's coming in doesn't mean that it's like it's all yours and you don't have to worry about giving it up to anybody. Like, no, there's things you got to worry about. You got to reinvest in your brand, reinvest in your equipment, eat that money for a long time before you can start making profit. Like, no successful business or Twitch stream or anything you do when you start out on your own is profitable until after, 2 to 5 years, depending on what you do. And all these people think they're going to get rich quick. No, you're not. Like, you have to be disciplined, and you have to be, like you said, there's a grind, there's a financial, mental, physical, relationship, whatever it is. Like, you've got to really fucking segment that shit and figure it out until you can get to the point where you can be a Tim the Tap Man or Stone Mountain 64 or Dr. Disrespect. That takes a lot of fucking time and dedication.
And I mean, the sheer fact is you hit the lottery. It's a lottery system. Either you either have what it takes to blow up, or you get extremely lucky. And a lot of the big content creators get extremely lucky.
Stone Mountain was extremely lucky because of his crazy shit on Battlefield. He just blew up out of nowhere. He was just a guy being an idiot, having fun, and then it was just like,
I'll give Stone Mountain exception for the fact that I guess I'm more referring to the streamers that only stream, no YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, no
all right,
outside of streaming, and the ones that actually do well. There's a good amount of streamers that set a good number of average viewers that do not branch out their content outside of streaming, and it's the lottery system. I mean, Cody, you said two content creators, or more one, that literally just started making TikToks. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
as he buries himself into his mic.
No,
I was showing the logo.
It's the logo.
That's what I meant. You bury yourself.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
No, absolutely. I know exactly what you mean. I mean, some of them, hit the lottery and don't have to worry about that right away. They almost build their name opposite of how you would think you would have to do it, just because they showed out. I mean, they took advantage of their opportunity, to be honest with you. I mean,
strike when the iron's hot.
Yeah, and that was probably out of everything I've done, that's probably my biggest regret in my life was I have so Harris Heller is a great YouTuber that helps streamers out. He gives a good tutorials. He's the go-to guy for any beginning streamer and current streamer, like a advanced streamer. He hammered, and I have watched his videos, and he always referred to go on YouTube, make videos, whether it's dumb, and you think it's pointless, post it, get it out.
Gary V.
Correct. Get it out, get your name out there. It doesn't matter if it's shit. You're going to refine your craft, and you're going to be better while you do it. That was something, and that was part of my peers, me following my peers, because I was watching what everyone else was doing. I saw some of my peers, not doing any extra work and getting good outcomes. I'm like, hey, if it's working for them, I gotta work for me too.
Yeah.
Well, that's not how life works. Not everyone's treated the same.
Or everyone would be rich and famous.
Correct. And I really wish years ago I would have created more YouTube videos, because honestly, that was what I really wanted to do my entire life. Ever since I was young, I wanted to make YouTube videos because, little fun fact, and Cody, you probably heard me say this a few times. I'm in construction. If I wasn't in construction, I would be in Hollywood right now, help directing videos or movies. I have a family member I'm very close with that is in Hollywood that makes all these great films, blockbuster, all these blockbuster, classics and stuff. And I could have moved to California, made a name for myself professionally, and went off that. And I always wanted to edit videos to the point where no one in my channel will find this video, but I have one video that's probably 14 years old.
Have you played Minecraft? I've seen it. I know it.
I know you have. Didn't I? I showed it to you.
I'm gonna find it.
Oh, I'll show it to you after the stream.
I'm gonna find you playing Bed Wars, you motherfucker. I'm gonna find that shit.
No, so I lived out in the boondocks, and I basically had dialed up internet, so it was impossible for me to edit videos. So one day we were on vacation, and I had my laptop, and I record my screen. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna make something really quick and dumb because I have great internet, so I can post something. I posted a really dumb video on YouTube that's 14 years old. The worst part is I don't know what account I posted it to, so I can't delete it.
Oh no!
So it's there forever, and I'm not going to say what it's titled, but it's titled very dumb, and someone can easily find me.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna take the
Oh,
next 2 days of work off, and I'm gonna find this.
We'll show it to you.
No.
2 days. You only need 30 seconds. You do not need to try very hard. Trust me.
I want it to be organic. I want to find it myself. Until I
Okay.
give up and I say tap out, you have to show it to me. I want to see if I can do this.
I'll give you 5 minutes tops. Actually,
That's fine.
Like,
That's fine.
or I never would
That's
have.
fine. Tomorrow when I wake up, that'll be the first thing I do, and I will let you know. I will even hit the timer on my phone and see how long it took me to find that shit.
It is a funny video, I will say.
I'll be like, I found it at 14 minutes and 3 seconds. I got confirmation at 14 minutes and 56 seconds from Deranged that this is the video.
Oh God! Again, I always wanted to make content. I always want to entertain people.
I get it. I did the same shit, dude. I used to post Call of Duty 2 PC. I'm talking Call of Duty 2, not World War II, 2 PC gaming videos. And I recorded myself using God, what was it? FPS capture. It was the old school way everyone always did. And I posted them on where Google had their Google Videos post site. So you can post videos. It was like the YouTube for Google. And I remember I posted shit with music in the background and everything. And I thought I was so cool for just murking people left and right, you know, in high school. And when I found them and look back today, I'm like, oh God. I'm like, yeah, the gameplay was good, but this video is shit.
Here, hold on. I'm kind of curious how old this is. I'm not playing it right now.
Good, don't ruin it for me. I'm going on an Easter egg hunt after this. I'm about to end this video right now.
9 years old. Hey, I have 16 views on it. Let's go. Give me that check. Even though I don't know what account it's under.
Man, the inflation on that fucking that view rate.
Oh God, it's cringy. I'm not watching it right now.
Or ever.
But you know, I think that was, you know, I think content creations for a lot of people revolved around not being the popular kid.
Humble beginnings.
Yeah, kind of revolving around back being kind of the nerdy kid that was the gamer or the anime lover.
Oh yeah.
I think that's where a lot of it revolved around, and it wasn't until gaming on YouTube, so back in like let's say 2008, somewhere around there, became more popular. Wasn't until I finally found my what I really wanted to do. It was just I wanted to be acknowledged. I wanted to be someone where, you know, a lot of people I think could feel the same way when they were categorized as the nerdy type. So
I like being the nerdy.
Oh, I do too. I've always been like that.
You don't know, nerdy is the new cool.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's like back in the day when I wore Champion and everyone's like, you're poor. And now everyone's like, oh my God, you rocking Champion, dude?
Yeah,
fuck yeah,
true.
bro.
That's a fact.
And it's like, what happened? Like before it was like, you wear Champion and watch anime, go kill yourself. And now they're like, you're goated. And it's like, what?
You're goated.
Yeah, you know the best part is now Naruto and Champion have a deal together. So now they have exclusive merch.
Good. They'll just keep pissing on my childhood, apparently.
Yep.
We created the children that like that stuff, and now they're capitalizing off of it. I mean, I didn't create no children that I know of, but still.
I don't know. A lot of things could have happened in Korea.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about.
I heard you talk about your drunk endeavors.
Yeah, I know. I might have some U's running around. Some half Asian, half something else.
I'm not Korean, guy.
I said Asian. I said Asian.
Oh, I'm Asian, so we all look alike. Oh,
no, hey,
shut them down. Shut them down.
You all sound alike in South Park. Oh, hello, please.
I'm not even gonna do the voice. I'm not doing it.
Welcome to Shitty Walk.
No, I mean, for me, it would be half Korean, half. I mean, I'm mainly Scottish, so it'd be half Korean, half Scottish. That's a weird combination.
What are you talking about? I'm Japanese and Italian. That's pretty much the same shit.
I mean, Italians have more swag. Scottish, you can barely understand them, and they're drunks wearing skirts.
Freedom.
So you've got a Korean guy walking around in a fucking kilt, drinking soju, not know what's going on.
Why are they walking like a penguin?
Because they're hammered. They're hammered. It's the only gesture I got.
Such a turn.
Dun, 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 dun. It's like that Family Guy thing. He's like, Stewie's following him with the fucking tuba, and he's like, cut it out. He's just
I have a glandoid problem.
That's exactly what it is. Oh, I feel like we've hit the end.
I feel like you've hit the end, bro.
I've always hit the end.
You're going
it's always
crazy over here.
It's always a long week. It's always something.
Just like this fucking guy, Troy. I gotta tell you this. We recorded a whole fucking podcast one time, and Adam completely fucking derails it by telling India they don't have the right. They shouldn't have the right to the internet.
I remember this.
The internet should be a right for everyone in the world besides India.
I mean, have you ever seen India movies?
That's what he was talking about.
They're awful.
Or the TikToks.
He's like, they shouldn't have it.
Their movies are corny as shit. Like, they're
so bad.
You know,
it's a culture thing. Come on.
I was gonna say that does show you the complete culture differences between, you know, what people like. That's 100%. You know,
they're the only ones that like
it. I've seen some like clips of like Indian movies, and they are very corny.
Yeah, it's just bad.
Well, the funny part is I've seen a lot of Indian movies that rip off of Western movies. Like I think there was one that not Rocky.
Was it The Matrix?
No, Neil Armstrong. Get to the Chopper.
Oh, Neil Armstrong.
Not Neil Armstrong?
No, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Hey, it's been a long week.
I have cancer. Get to the chopper.
Hey,
Neil Armstrong. Get to the moon. Get to the moon.
Yeah.
There's no time. The Earth is being destroyed.
I watch anime, not live.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
I don't watch live action. I just want to point this out. Fuck you.
That's all right. He said Neil Armstrong. I said cancer because I was thinking of Lance Armstrong, so I was wrong too. All right, there's too many Armstrongs. The guy with cancer that went to the moon.
Well, what did I say like a couple months back when I said? Well, I was trying to say fuck Mark Zuckerberg. What did I say, Cody?
I don't even remember.
Lizard Man.
I don't know. I said like I said the comedian. What's his name?
Mark. Wait, no. Didn't you
Wahlberg,
say like Mark?
Wahlberg.
No, I think you said Mark Ruffalo.
The Hulk.
Didn't you say Mark Ruffalo?
It was either that or Mark Wahlberg. It has to be.
I think it was Wahlberg, and I meant to say Zuckerberg. I don't know why. My head just pops up. All right. I have a learning disability.
I am slick desklick.
Yes, exactly.
Words are hard.
By the way, I took the test, Adam. I'm sorry. I'm not there with you.
Yeah, he's not autistic.
I passed.
You know what's funny is I ran into one of the guys that I work with at my new job. He was like, I just got on the autism episode. He's like, I'm only 5 questions into the test. I'll get back to you. And if I'm with you. I was like, why is everyone taking this test now? Like, because I did that to be random and funny. And now everyone's like, hey, Adam, I'm not autistic like you. And I'm like, oh, thanks.
Hey, I mean, at least, you know, you can kind of have an excuse somewhat. I mean, self-diagnosed, you know, the best diagnosis.
Yeah, you know, it's fine.
Bro, I got to bring this up. Adam was a witness to this. So I have a cousin, my cousin Sean, who helped us set up our Discord and everything. He is super autistic, okay?
I remember you talking about this.
Yeah, legitimately.
But like his like thing is like computers program. Like for some reason, he hacked Club Penguin when he was 14. A Disney server he hacked.
Okay.
So Adam was, you know, talking with a chick, and she was in Discord with us, and he doesn't really know boundaries, so he'll say some things like he probably shouldn't to people, and she snapped back at him, and he was like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I'm autistic. I don't know sometimes."
Oh wait, you know what? I think I met him before. Didn't I hop in Discord one day and just say,
probably have in Discord.
That was back when we were still all playing Warzone together, when I was
because I remember hopping Discord, and I remember someone just flipped out, and I think Cody's like, hey, calm down.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I met him once.
Yeah, he'll listen to me. He'll listen to me when I tell him, but he says that. He's like, listen, I'm autistic. I'm sorry. Sometimes, I don't realize what I'm saying. And she was like, it's all right. And he goes under his breath. Everyone hears it. He goes, works every time. It was like the greatest thing ever.
And I was one of the ones that started to get a little heated because I was like, all right, chill. And then did that. I'm like, motherfucker.
He's like, works every time.
That's great. That's great.
I love that kid.
Didn't he say that at dinner? Wasn't that when you told us that he said that at like a family dinner?
Yeah.
When you bring that up?
He's funny. He's funny, man.
Shout out to Sean too. He did set up a lot with this Discord channel that we're doing this on. So if you have not, definitely join the Discord. I know it's kind of dead at the moment, so I apologize. I had someone messaging into the Discord the other day saying it was dead, and that's my fault. So you are right, but I will work on it.
I mean, there are 3 really cool people in Discord right now.
True.
There is. Yes. They're missing out.
There should have been 4, but the 4th one didn't want to be around me, apparently.
Facts.
No, he has to make lies about his internet.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want to talk about Naruto. He's a Dragon Ball fan as well, so.
I know. I would have had 3 Dragon Ball Z, anime lovers, and I would have just been the minority.
Yep. Where's your? There it is. Beerus. Oh shit! What are we getting? Oh no! He's gonna pull out his big black dildo.
Easy.
Just kidding.
Got some G Fuel. Look at the fridge, nice and stocked.
I know. He's got the fucking energy drinks back there. He's got that textured wall. Is it actually textured?
Dope. We need to talk about that sign when he gets back.
I know.
We need to get one.
I've thought about buying one to put up behind me. I was looking at neon signs the other day, and dude, they're like a couple grand.
My Black American Mandalorian flag just
pops.
It's just so nice.
It is nice. We should look into some neon signs.
I should clean out my background, set it up.
I've got my alcoholic stash here,
All right, I couldn't flex on you. I don't know where it is.
Oh, wow.
Convenient.
I have one. I just don't know where it went. I had to turn my lights anyways, or turn my fan. I'm dying in here.
No, you're good.
I'm dying in here too.
Don't put 2 PCs in one confined room with carpet.
Whoops. That's exactly what I have.
Well,
I have a fan though, it's just not on. Just sweating. I'm losing weight though.
We'll be wrapping this up here in a minute anyway, so you get to get some fresh air.
Oh, we don't need that. That's overrated.
Well, my fresh air is more cancer from a cigarette, so I walk outside to breathe in poison air. That's my thing. He's like, I stay inside, no fresh air, just all poison. But yeah, I mean, is there anything else you guys want to hit on before we wrap this up? With the live with everybody.
Yeah, who made that sign, dude?
Yeah, who made that sign behind
your Deranged D sign?
Oh, that was my moderator, Bo. He made it. He has a laser cutter for his work, so he ended up cutting it for me, and I ended up putting the LED lights. Unfortunately, my camera's not going to focus it.
So you added that to it, so it was just the cutout first.
Yeah, so he cut it out. He powder coated it. It's actual so my logo. That's my OG logo, which is very cool because in my logo it's diamond plated in the actual logo, and he actually put diamond plated, which is expensive as all hell. So
that's badass.
It's really cool. I don't know if the autofocus is gonna really mess it up, but
you should get us connected with him because I'm definitely interested in talking about a Cantina sign.
Oh, hold on.
Ooh.
You can kind of see. Hold on. Let me not bang up my mic.
All right, good. You ain't gonna fuck up your stuff. That looks nice.
Yeah, super dope.
Yeah, you should let him connect with us, man. I would love to fucking hit him up for a sign.
Hey, you.
Whoever you is, if you listening.
Yeah, I don't. He's probably at work right now, but yeah, I'll.
Yeah, he is at work. He's off on Friday. He just messaged me about gaming. soon. Not today. Did yesterday.
Here I am thinking we're getting it in, and Cody's already talking to some bitch.
Yeah, you know Bo too. You're just dumb and not thinking about it.
That's true.
Well,
I am dumb.
There was one topic I'm kind of surprised we didn't touch, and I think it was just due to the fact that we were on anime for a very long time, which was the Western superheroes / Marvel and DC.
Yeah,
because I know you guys
like
are
Marvel
always on
versus
that.
DC.
Not necessarily, just superheroes and stuff.
Okay, I was just that's a whole nother fucking podcast.
I mean, shit, we can do that next Wednesday. We can turn that into a whole nother thing if you want to come back next Wednesday.
Like I told Cody, I'm always around.
Let's call it a
Just put
done
this way,
deal.
whenever Nicholas's internet goes down,
Oh, shots fired at Nick.
Nick, I'm coming for your slot. But the best part is I'm free.
Yeah, true. Facts.
We got Nick on IR reserve right now. We activated Deranged.
I'm just here to take everyone's job.
No, we should do that next Wednesday. We should get into some like deep dive Marvel stuff. I think that would be really cool because we've got next month coming up. We've got the Venom shit coming out. We've got a lot of stuff coming out soon. So we could do like another live like Marvel deep dive discussion on everything.
Mm-hmm.
And by that time, I'm assuming all of us will watch Star Wars Visions. We'll figure out a way for you to watch it. If I can't help you, I will. We should definitely talk about that too.
The internet's a beautiful place. I don't pay for my anime.
Good. I'm just saying, if you can find it, we should discuss that too. We'll start it off with Star Wars, and we can go into Marvel afterwards. I feel like that would be a good discussion.
And then we'll get Cody to watch some anime.
Yes, I'm
true.
down.
That is the main goal. We need to get him in.
Like I said, we could just bring you full mainstream. We don't even need to even though when I say mainstream, I mean it's still a great anime. I mean, like I said, the Demon Slayer season 2 is coming out October. I don't even know what the actual official date is, but
I have to look
early
it up.
October. I think it's October 10th.
I just know it's
11th,
that month. I don't know the date. Well, I'm finding out, folks.
Obviously, it's getting released one episode per week or one episode per week. So fall 2021. Is that it? That's the closest information I'm gonna get. Yeah,
probably. Which will probably be November, October.
Yeah,
that's about it. Which is fine because that's close. So you ain't gonna have to wait that long if you're a Demon Slayer fan,
right? Which will be exciting.
Yes, absolutely. What the fuck is this video? Am I trending? 3 months ago. Oh, okay. That was it. It was one of our old episodes, Cody, and I was like, Paul versus Floyd. What the fuck are we talking about with South Park and cars and?
Is that Alvin? Is that you?
No.
Alvin.
Okay.
This is how you know we're getting to the end. Cody turns on the fucking voice modifier.
He's trying to shut you up. Shut me
Pretty
up.
much.
No.
Only me.
I'm down for whatever.
Anal?
I mean, anything.
I know you're not down for anal, so.
No, I'm not. That's where I draw the line.
This guy, he's into all this weird shit, Troy. He draws the line in anal. Can you believe that? He's missing out.
I don't shit where I eat, man.
I mean, do we want to just make it weird? Tits or ass?
Oh, tits all day.
Oh, yeah, ass. See, here's the problem. Adam's still a little boy. When you're a little boy,
no, shut up.
Tits are incredible. They're fun to play with. They move. When you grow up and become a man, it's all about the ass.
Nope. I am a man because I stick by what I know I like and I want, and I'm not going to succumb to your.
You just haven't evolved. That's the problem.
Nope. I'm just more evolved than you. You just don't even know it
you're
yet.
autistic and you're very distracted by moving boobies.
I'm autistic, which means I need a stress ball, not a stress bum. Okay, there's a difference.
Yeah,
you can do a lot of stuff to a bum, though.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's more characteristics to a bum than there is, tatas.
You ain't gonna sway me, man. You ain't gonna be like sway in the morning right now. It's not happening.
Well,
I'm committed.
One day you'll learn.
I've learned enough, young buck. All right, I know.
Hey,
he's married. He knows.
Talking about that, I don't.
Yes, I'm alone. I know.
No,
Get it, okay.
I wasn't gonna go there.
Maybe if you grew up. No, just
my love is superficial. All right.
I always feel bad. I never wear my wedding ring ever.
I don't either. Right here, on top of my PC.
Oh shoot! Normally it is on my desk, but it's in the bathroom right now.
Mine's in a jewelry shop somewhere waiting to be bought.
There's a good way to look at it.
Which means I still got that money.
Yeah. I don't
lack
want to
thereof.
talk how much I spent way too much money on my wife's ring. And the worst part is I got a good discount on it.
Never say that. Never say you spent too much.
No, it was a Valentine's. So it was a Valentine's Day like sale. I got $1,000 off, which did not make a difference because it was way more.
If they're taking that much off, then yeah, no.
Yeah, you know how like they say like, oh yeah, rule of thumb is like three paychecks worth. Should be your wife's equivalent of her ring cost. I'm a contractor. I make good money.
Yeah.
I mean, that rule of thumb didn't really apply, but I'm one of these people. If you're going to buy something, don't cheap out. Well, I mean, obviously that's a kind of a no-brainer, but that's my rule of thumb kind of with everything. And why buy something to replace something that's going to be cheap?
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
No, I agree, man. So I'm looking to get Cody's mic set up here in the next month and a half or so.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Cody to send me a mic set up too.
Soon.
Well, listen, I need to get my royalty check. Come on now.
Yeah. I need to get a 30 series first.
I need
to upgrade.
Yeah.
I need to get your 2060
Yeah.
when you get your 30 series. I'm still waiting. I haven't bought a new card because I'm waiting for you to get that one so I can buy yours. Like I've looked online. I'm like, nah, let's just wait.
I got a 2070 Super you can buy.
I'll do it. Easy money. I will buy that.
Wait, you buy my 2060 and I'll buy his 2070.
It's too late. You ain't got your 30 series. I'm just down to buy a card. I just don't want to pay sticker price right now because it's ridiculous. I mean, I'm not trying to cheat anybody, but I need a new card bad. Because all my VR stuff is what I like to do, and that's what if I'm going to stream again, I'm going to do VR, but I don't have the card to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the issue.
Yeah, honestly, realistically, I have a 3080 Ti, admittedly, and that's partially because I wanted it for so long, and I finally just said screw it. Cody, my honest opinion, it doesn't matter. Don't get it. Don't get it until it's dirt cheap again. Like that's why
I've been waiting.
I know we talked about that.
Yeah.
I'd wait.
He ain't gonna get it unless it's on sale.
I don't know if it's something that I'm doing wrong, but I know the general community has kind of felt the same thing I have. I have a 3080 I'm getting for Warzone's sake, because obviously that's all I really play. Warzone, I get about 120 frames. With my 2080 Super, I was getting 100 frames. I got a $20 or 20 frame improvement because of one game. But if I pull up something like Apex, that's a different story.
Yeah.
It's just complete night and day.
Just depends on what you're doing with it.
Yeah, 100%.
It's not about what you have, it's about how you use it.
Well, yeah.
Jesus.
I know, I just turned graphics card into a sexual thing. Well, on that note, we can wrap it up before I ruin this whole fucking thing, because it's coming. No, it's not too late.
It's not a long week.
Listen, that's not till Friday. All right. You can check that out on Friday about it's been a long week. And I'll probably reference about how I fucked up this whole video, but it's fine. But yeah, we are going to wrap it up here. I want to thank Deranged. Thank you so much for being here. Obviously, you're a good friend and fan of the show, so we love that. If you haven't, definitely check out his stream. I will let you plug the shit right now so I don't overtalk you. So go ahead and do that, please.
My stream is Katina Corner on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Go to my TikTok as well at Katina Corner. Like all my videos and follow them. Thank you.
He's a filthy liar, but I love him for that. But definitely check out Deranged Maniac Nation over there on Facebook Gaming. I love that he shouted us out. Thank you so much, man. And if you can, definitely like and subscribe to the show here. If not, like Cody says, who gives a shit? And like I always say, in my part, if you haven't watched the end of this, fuck you, because you're not going to hear this anyway. If you have, I love you. All right. And yes, definitely check out Friday's episode that'll be coming out for the It's Been a Long Week. And then, as always, the Sports Corner episodes with Cody and Nick. If you want to follow up on fantasy football, they're doing a fantastic fucking job keeping up with that. They just posted the week 2 preview for the waiver wire. So if you haven't listened to that yet and you're doing fantasy, definitely check that out. Some good stuff over there. And we will catch you next time. Enjoy your rest of the week. Peace.
See ya.
Peace.